Do this like Brutus. Ad for Sonic again. Dang.
What is this?
The food or the hedgehog?
The food.
Ah.
I haven't gone to a Sonic in so long. There's
Big
this
same.
local drive-thru I go to more at a little place called Swanson's.
Didn't we talk about this last week? Didn't we talk about
No,
Sonic
we
last
talked
week?
about
Culver's.
Am I having a fever
we talked
dream?
About Culver's.
Oh.
We talked about Culver's.
I'm sure
Yeah.
I brought up the ocean water thing. Or is that on my stream? It might have been on my stream. I don't know.
Swenson's is like, oh, so good. Best, cheapest burgers.
I will reiterate.
Culver's in 2 weeks.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Butterburger.
I've never had a Culver's. I'd like to partake.
It's pretty good. It's pretty good, I must admit.
Yeah.
If you tell them to like twice cook the fries, you get super crunchy fries. They're nice.
Oh.
What?
I love crispy fries.
Whenever I go to Culver's, I always say to them, "Can you make them extra crispy, please?" And so, you know.
Oh, so nifty.
It's honestly the worst part about In-N-Out. The fries are just awful.
Yeah, they're pathetic. I can't get behind the burger if I can't get behind the fries. The fries are, it's a package deal, for fuck's sake.
I've
This
only
is
been
an American institution.
In-N-Out's fries are a sin.
I've only been to In-N-Out once, and I did not like it very much.
Phil is pinging me saying my fries are the best. I did learn how to make fries at home.
Ooh,
I was very pleased.
Home fries.
Do you parboil them first and then like do the double fry?
Yeah. Boil them first, dry them off, and then stick them in for about, I think they said 5 minutes. Take them out, put them back in again.
Yeah, that's how you do it. That's that good.
They don't look like restaurant style quality, but yeah, dear God, those are the best fries I've ever had.
No, they got the shattering outside and like the nice mushy mashed potato inside. Oh yeah.
I think I went so far to like find corn oil to do it because online I was reading that corn oil is like one of the best fry oils you can use.
And we have enough
corn oil?
Yeah.
I'm not sure I've heard of such a thing.
It's just oil from corn.
Oh, Connor, we got corn everything here in America.
I realize that. I believe you. I've just never heard of people using corn oil and stuff.
Everything's corn. Your shoes, corn.
Why would we use corn oil when nuclear power is so viable?
Nuclear corn.
That's right. Nuclear corn in the post-apocalyptic world of Gateway.
Oh,
hey, that's what we're here for.
That's right. Welcome, everybody. We're on episode 63 of Gateway. Hope you all been having a blast with the series so far. It's going to be an interesting one tonight. Hope you all are ready.
Oh, I know that sound. That means Sarah's very excited.
I'm ready. I've been putting this super mutant overlord on a high simmer.
Oh yes,
We only just
you
met him.
gotta poke him with a fork to see if he's ready. If the fork slides out cleanly, that means he is.
Oh, I don't
Well,
want to die.
Before we find out if you do in fact die, let's go around the horn and introduce ourselves. Lanny, where can they find you, and what are you up to?
Me, you can find me all over the internet at Lanny Pator. Here it's twitch.tv/Lanny Pator. Honestly, I just finished Pikmin. Not really sure what I'm going to jump into next. So, it'll be just as much of a mystery to me as it is to you. Tune in tomorrow and see if I've made up my mind. If I haven't, it'll probably be Peglin or TFT.
Windows 95 Fiji Golf.
Ooh.
Could play My Friendly Neighbor like we are.
Someone who's recently...
The Muppet Bioshock.
Oh, dear God, it's good. It's so good.
It
Felt
looks
shock.
cute.
Someone who's recently become re-addicted to TFT. I empathize with that.
Knowing that feel.
It's a fun game, and you don't have to put any money into it.
That's true. Plus, it's much shorter than League.
Mm-hmm.
One game's only like 20 minutes.
You don't have to feel bad playing ranked either, because if you lose, it's just
true.
on you. You're not bringing down the whole team.
Unless you're playing double up, which admittedly double up is very fun.
It is, but I don't have friends, so.
What? What were you, French?
I don't have friends that I play TFT with.
Ah,
Nice
I see.
clarification. 10 points.
Sorry, I play Outer Plane at the moment.
Totally fair. Totally fair.
RuneScape.
Totally fair. Well, speaking of runes and scaping them, Rabbit, where can they find you and what are you up to?
Dude, sick segue. Hi, I'm Rabbit. I'm a writer and a comedian. Also, voice actor aspirant. You can go ahead and find me on Twitch, Twitter, and YouTube at Hey Mr. Rabbit. I stream Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. I stream horror games, retro games, and RPGs, such as RuneScape. Oh, dude, we have a lot of fun things in the pan right now. We got a fun visual novel called Penny Larceny that we play on Tuesdays. RuneScape on Mondays. On Thursdays, we go ahead and I've been playing My Friendly Neighborhood, which is one of the most fun, unsettling horror games I've ever played in my life. It's so freaking, like, you laugh as much as you go, ha! Like, it's so good.
I laugh and then suddenly they say something and I'm like, what?
Yeah, exactly. And then Fridays I play Falcom games. Right now we're finishing up Trails to Azure, which is the 5th in the Legend of Heroes series of RPGs, which is the 5th game of 10. And after we beat that, we're finally going to move on to Tales of Reverie, which is the 10th in the series. I'm super jazzed for that. And if you want to be super jazzed with me and hear Hop Pop tell his dumb stories, you can always come down to twitch.tv/Hey Mr. Rabbit, and I will be sure to entertain you to the utmost.
Woo. Right on.
Enjoyment not available in all areas. That's me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to go grab my water real quick. I'll be right back.
Excellent. Sarah, where can they find you and what are you up to?
I'm on Twitter and YouTube at Sarah with an H and with an E, Willia. I keep saying that, but I haven't really done much with my YouTube for a long time now. I don't have any stuff to shill. Always working on stuff, thankfully. Always working, but nothing to announce. Yeah, me and Rabbit and Groove are doing the Friendly Neighborhood. Yeah, it's a fun game. Jesus Christ, it's a delight. It's a delight.
It's so good.
It's just everything about it, like just it's good stuff. Mm-hmm. It is one of those ones where I'm just sort of like, shit, I should have played that on my own, but I can't.
And fun note, it's actually been helping me with my own voice acting because I'm hearing their inflections. I'm like, oh, I could do that. I could do that when I do this. This is nice. So I'm also learning my inflections while I'm doing this.
It's always good to listen to stuff that you read for but didn't get, because then you're like, oh, okay.
Well, to be fair, I got beaten out by a guy who's actually a Muppet on YouTube, so, you know, I can't be mad.
I don't trust that sock man. I don't know what to make of him. But yeah, I can't think of much. I guess at the end of the month, I'm going to be heading over to Texas again for our GV Fest, though that's only like a one-day thing. But they do have to fly me out over the weekends because that's how that works. Though I don't think that's going to that's not going to interfere with Gateway at all, as long as I have a hotel room and a working internet connection.
Well, every hotel has that now, so.
You say that, but sometimes they're really bad.
Really? Huh.
Sometimes. I mean, I can hotbox my phone if I need to. Not hotbox my phone. Stupid.
I no, that's something else, Sarah.
No. What? Shoot, you know what I mean?
It's the motherfucking PHONE.
You know what I mean when you do the thing where you like make your phone. You make your phone the wireless hotspot. Hotspot. That's
there. You go.
Hotspot my
there
phone.
You go.
Okay.
See, you got there at the end.
I'm okay. I think I'm done. You go ahead, Connor. I'm good.
Oh my gosh.
Well, as for me, they can find me on Twitter, Twitch, and YouTube.com/DistortionDevil. I stream Tuesdays, Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays. Right now, I'm currently playing through Yakuza Like a Dragon. Although this week I did not play that, and also next week I will be at my nephew's birthday party. He's turning 3, so yes, I will not be able to stream Yakuza that week. I'll probably just end up playing some more TFT like I did today. Yes, I'm also playing through Deus Ex Human Revolution. That game has been an absolute blast to play through once again. Just been so much fun.
Storytelling's so compelling in it.
Oh, yeah. And then after that, I'll be moving on to Deus Ex Mankind Divided, and then after that, I'll be playing a different game. I'm not sure which. But
if
it
you
will be
want to
something.
stick to the cyberpunk aesthetic, I can suggest a couple once you go ahead and finish out your lists.
I have been wanting to play through Shadowrun Returns.
Have you played Ruiner?
I have not played Ruiner, but I own it.
Super fucking good.
I bought Ruiner because I like the aesthetic of dude with mask that lights up.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
Yes. Also, be sure to check out my DM's Guild, where I have the Hydromancer's Spellbook, a book full of a bunch of water-themed spells.
It's soaked with new information for you.
Oh,
for your
definitely.
games.
And also, very, very soon here, I will be releasing the Geomancer's Spellbook, a landslide of Earth-based spells for every level. And
That book's
I've-
gonna rock when it comes out.
I've got a... I see what you did.
Mhm.
It's going to be an interesting one because there's not really a lot of offensive spells in this one. It's a lot of utility. Because
Look,
I
play the
couldn't
man's book.
I couldn't think of unique spells that were just throw big rock. There is one spell that is throw big rock.
Throw big crystal. Throw big crystal.
It's the 9th level spell.
Essence of Grug.
But yes, that will be coming out relatively soon here, and then I'll be moving on to the next element, which I might construct a wheel for, or something. But yes, with all that said, this episode was brought to you in part by Die Hard Dice.
Die Hard Dice!
That's the one.
Tell me.
Die Hard Dice is your one-stop shop for dice and dice accessories. And if you head on over to dieharddice.com, you can use the code Unexpectables to save 10% on your order. Also, the Lies Aspect dice are still available. Be sure to pick them up. They are the official collaboration between the Unexpectables and Die Hard Dice.
There's also another person coming along. He's running down the road. Do not forget to tell them about the store.
What? Who's that down in the distance? Is that Teespring?
Yeah, I think it might be.
I think it is. And you know what?
Oh, golly.
I missed the announcement earlier this week, but there is definitely for 100% sure that the design has been uploaded. It is currently privated, and you'll have to wait until next week. But the upcoming Wark shirt is inbound.
Wow. I mean,
So-
Wark.
Wark,
Come on
yeah.
down.
So be sure to be on the lookout for that. And then we're going to be working on a Gateway shirt. That's right. I will be working on that in the background. But yes, for all you Gateway fans out there, that'll certainly be something. Yes.
For all
We
you
also-
Wasteland ramblers.
That's right. We also couldn't do this week in, week out without viewers like you. Viewers such as... Where did you go, lol? Thank you for the 11 months of Prime. 100 years Gateway. Hell yeah. Game Master Anth, thank you for the 39 months. Subs. Subs never change. 31 says Constable Mutton with the 41 months. Blue Kios 445, thank you for the 41 months as well. Lord Archive, thank you for the 15 months. Blackfoot Ferret, thank you for the 41 months. Scalfar, thank you for the 41 months as well. Dragosoon, thank you for the 5 bits. Let's double nuke fried the behemoth. Indeed. IDC Witch, thank you for another 45 bits. Another traveler enters the dungeon. He steps on a squeaky toy and is mystified.
Oh.
There it is, I'm immersed. And Boobs McBalrog, Caitlin, thank you for the raid with a party of
Caitlin.
28.
Caitlin.
How was the street fighting?
She
Did you
learned a
beat
lot of
ass?
streets and fighting.
Wow.
And I might download Street Fighter 6 as well here soonish.
I have it on PS5, but luckily there's crossplay.
Oh yeah. The best idea that no one engages in for some reason. Yes. Well, without further ado, are you guys ready to get into tonight's episode of Gateway?
Oh God, yes.
Believe I am.
Yes.
God.
Immerse me.
Then let's do it up. Where is the radio? There it is.
There he is.
When last we left most of the runaways, Apex the Wildman, Alvin the Mechanic, and Louise the Scavenger, they began exploring the mysterious interior of the magic house, leisurely perusing various stations of which they learned some magic. After mastering the secret art of touching a bubble without popping it, they sought out the hair-raising mystical artifact in the attic. Encountering a Van de Graaff generator and returning it to an operational state, Apex sought to take the power onto himself. But cooler heads prevailed, and he did not give in to the temptation. However, the noise the machine made attracted a super mutant, which Johann tried to reason with poor results. After a brief scuffle, which almost cost Alvin his ribs, the group traveled further into the museum, a bit more cautiously this time. Johann convinced another super mutant to take him to his leader, which he did. But there he saw a horrifying scene, a blood-spattered miniature village ruled by the super mutant mastermind, Magruder. Testing to see if Johann would kill a human, Magruder thrust a Brotherhood of Steel scribe in front of the group and ordered the gentle giant to kill him. After refusing, the mastermind then armed the scribe with a shotgun and told him he could earn his freedom. How will they handle this tense scenario? Find out on tonight's episode of Gateway.
So how's the scribe reacting now that he has a weapon?
The scribe sort of looks over his shoulder up at the large green individual, and he's holding it like he knows what he's doing. This man clearly has some sort of training, but Magruder looks down with these bloodshot eyes, and he gestures towards the group of you. And he says, "Go! Earn your freedom! Or die trying."
I look at the scribe and then back to the overlord. Does the they're above us, right? Like they're on kind of like
Well,
oh, yeah. Like what is their position compared to us?
I can show you.
Oh, cool.
Rad.
Oh.
As I
Ooh.
spent a couple hours recreating this particular part of the Magic House with a bit
Oh.
more visceral detail than.
Oh, who's that guy with the little pants over in the bottom right? What did he
Yeah.
do?
He was a human and he wandered in here, and that was his crime.
So they're on the same level as us?
So currently, you see, they are on the same level as you. They are on the bottom rung of a set of stairs that seem to go up into this little miniature house that is right next to you. If you see this big block, this is the first level of a 2-story small little house that's got the dimming bulbs on the inside of it. That sort of flicker with a gentle orange glow. Magruder is right here on the bottom rung of stairs that lead up to the second level.
Can I move me to be more in line with where I imagined I was standing when I was talking?
Sure.
Relatively there-ish.
Yeah, that works.
I guess the guy, the super mutant up top, is the one that Johan beat up to bring us here.
Yeah, if you're referring to, hang on, I'm scrolling up here. If you're referring to this one,
yes,
then yes, that is the one that's sort of got a black eye that he's nursing. He's got like a slab of dubious meat that he's placed over his eye, and he's looking pretty peeved. He seems to be in what looks to be a miniature grocery store, complete with plastic food, some of which does in fact have clear bites taken out of it. And also various pieces of human corpse and bone scattered on the otherwise clean white tiles inside here.
I want to move up. I don't want to be that close. Okay, thank you.
Can I make a wits check on the scribe to see like how well he's weighing his options? Like see where his mind might be.
Sure, yes, you can absolutely do that.
Alrighty, I will. That is a 10.
Yep. Let me just grab the chat here so that the stream can see. Yeah, a 10. So he's holding the shotgun in a practiced sort of stance. He looks over his shoulder up at Magruder, who gives him this. He flashes him this dirty grin, his teeth stained with blood, his face covered in battle scars, and just absolutely massive, even bigger than Johan. You now see as you get closer to him. He looks over his shoulder at him, and then he looks over at the four of you. He seems to be weighing his options, and they are not in your favor.
Connor, remind me where we entered this place.
You entered this place. There was sort of like a miniature bridge that you were standing very close to, actually. This leads out into the room that you came in from, sort of the small children's recreation room.
I start taking steps towards the scribe. Not breaking eye contact with him.
As you do, the scribe snaps the shotgun, pointing in your position. He takes a shaky breath. He looks like he's coming to a decision in his mind.
I'm gonna move over here and just sort of, if I can get Apex's attention without the rest of them hearing. Apex, I got a thought.
Apex also has a thought. I'm currently acting on it.
Okay.
When you get in front of when you get in front of Alvin, Alvin's going to move to your side, and then he's been very quiet during all this. He looks fearful, but he's still taking a stance.
Let's see here.
I'm so nervous.
Sorry, I have a very specific thing that I had.
No, you're totally fine. As time sort of slows down around you all.
As whatever Apex is doing is happening, Louise sort of clocks Alvin's movement. She doesn't have to look for this. She just sort of reaches out and touches his hand.
He steps down at it, then just looks over at you and just.
Perfect.
You good?
Oh,
Okay.
I'm good.
Okay.
As I walk forward, I reach into my bag and I look at the scribe. I have a message for you from Paladin Dread. How does he react to that?
As you say that, the barrel sort of dips away from your face and dips downward, and his eyes widen in shock. You know Paladin Dread? How?
I nod. His message is run. And I hurl 3 pounds of lumpy, moldy fish meat directly towards the face of the super mutant overlord.
Right on. You are acting defensively, trying to distract the super mutant with this. So I'm going to need
essentially, yeah.
I'm going to need a wits roll from you as the likely disease-ridden, bacteria-infested, rotten, moldy meat sails through the air in an arc.
I'm aiming, trying to aim for his eyes to try to make him, have to wipe that shit out. But, if it hits his mouth and it just tastes nasty, I'm happy with that, too. What about 13?
13!
Yeah, baby!
Excellent.
Ooh.
I'm also going to take that time to close the distance a little bit.
Right on, yeah. With your major success, you close the distance on Magruder here, and there's like a a cloud of mold that comes off as it makes contact with his face, and he sort of reels back and goes, "Ah, sticky!" as he raises a hand up to try and wipe the mold away from his face. He lowers the sort of twin-barreled sawed-off shotgun that he was about ready to raise to the scribe's back if he didn't act quickly. He lowers it back down and proceeds to try and wipe away the grime and gunk away from his face as the scribe looks to you and with a seeing an opportunity, and with your words, will give him an opportunity to run over and meet up with your group. And do I want
begin?
Hang on. I need to mute the other window I've got open of this. There we go. Let's see. No.
Aw.
No.
Is it just the song choice, or?
I can't.
It's
hear
just
that
the song
without
choice.
Thinking of the Venture Brothers.
too long a startup. Sure, we'll go with this one. All right. So, the rest of you see Apex hurl some rotten meat into Magruder's face, and he's screaming that it's stinky and it stings his eyes as he tries to grab it and grab most of it and scrape some out of his eyes and discard some of it to the ground. What are the rest of you doing?
I mean, as soon as Apex says run, Louise, guess what? That was my idea. Slightly different approach, but this works. Just like Louise is already turning on her heel and saying to Alvin and Johan, let's book it.
I'll follow that trick. If the scribe's hobbling, I'm gonna basically just prop him up on my shoulder and just be like, "Come on, let's get the fuck out of here."
Right. So you are attempting.
Alvin. Sorry, go ahead.
You're attempting to flee.
Yeah, but I was gonna say, Alvin. Actually, Louise might see that and she'd just be like, "Give him to Johan."
Right. All right.
Spins her, twists her head towards him. Johan, grab this guy. You'd be faster with him than we would.
What? Right. So in the interim, what are you two doing? You're just attempting to attempting to get out of the room?
Yeah, let's just go.
Right on. So you are under duress, as there is still a super mutant that doesn't have his eyes clouded by meat. Well, technically he does, but that's of his own design.
Different kind of meat.
Different kind of meat. He's doing it himself. He's seeing the situation unfold, and he's like, ugh! And he sort of drops the dubiously sourced piece of meat, and he holds a hunting rifle in his hands. So if you are attempting to flee without taking any damage, I'm going to need a wits roll from you.
I'd like to do something that might help out Louise.
Okay.
Yeah, now that you're not carrying somebody.
All right. You, Johan, the scribe, get out of here. I'll buy some time to take that fucker out.
Wait, hold on a second. She digs in her bag as fast as she can and grabs that mini mag caster and gives it to him. It's got a bit more bite to it. Use it.
Gotcha.
Oh, and
this
is
happening under duress. If you're gonna try and hand something to him, it needs to be during your turn.
That being said, let Kiryu fight Massive Man.
Unless you would like that to be your turn now.
No, if Alvin's feeling plucky, then I'll let him do power fist with it if he feels like it.
Okay.
And
right.
I'll roll my wits.
And I will roll body to strike up and harangue the.
Yeah. To be clear, you are moving up to this super mutant.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. His token is a bit weirdly sized, but you are within melee range of him now, and yes. So
all right.
You're rolling body.
Okay. Oh, it's a 6.
That is unfortunately not going to do it, as he sees you coming, and now that he's ready for you, he sort of enters into a practiced melee combatant stance, and he actually takes the hunting rifle he has. He grips the end of the barrel with both hands, and he cracks you with it in the side of your waist, and you are going to take 3 damage.
All right, with the shield, it's down to 2. Okay. All right.
And Louise, you wanted a wits roll for something, correct?
Is it possible? I mean, I mostly want to get Johan and this guy to go, but can I like sort of go towards? I assume the bridge is this thing over here.
Yes, that is the bridge.
All right. Again, if Johan's got this guy in his arms or whatever, I don't care how he carries, like luggage, I suppose. Just like be like, let's go. But I want them to go in front of me.
Gotcha. Okay, so you're basically waiting until Johan acts for this.
Yes.
I'll allow that. Where are my dice? There they are.
How hard do they die?
Very.
Hmm.
All right. Johan, having received his orders to take this guy and leave, he is going to attempt a wits roll. And just barely succeeding with a 7.
Whew.
He rolled 2 3s. He is going to scoop this man up, and the two of them are going to rush towards the bridge, arms swinging in a stomping gait. However, Alvin, as you see as you're recovering from the shot to your ribs, the super mutant raises the hunting rifle in a shooting position now and fires a shot, taking Johan in the shoulder. And he lets out a loud grunt. But he still keeps moving. And now, I'll just go ahead and take them off the map, because that was their goal. And now it is just you three. Louise.
Yep, I'll head for this too. Glance back at Apex. I hope he's going to be moving soon.
As you glance back over your shoulder, Apex has not stopped his stride, booking it straight towards this overlord.
Anytime now, Apex! Meanwhile, since we have another super mutant over here still, I'm gonna go to that. I'm gonna go where I am. As I do have that mini mag caster, and I believe it has a shot in it, I'm gonna get out that mini mag caster, and I want to aim for his eyes.
All right, so you're stopping on the bridge and firing at the super mutant?
I'm more interested in just blinding him than I am in truly incapacitating him.
When you're shooting molten hot slag into a person's eyes.
Yeah, it's not really.
But he's a super mutant.
Yeah, but it's still molten hot slag.
Okay.
So roll body.
All right. It's 10.
Yeah, as you see him sort of cocking the slide back to chamber another round into the hunting rifle, you catch him in that brief instance as you this beam of red hot metal splashes into his face, and he turns away so the beam does not jut completely through his skull, but as he looks up, you can see it's taken off a good chunk of flesh from his face, and you can see his eyes sort of beginning to cataract over from just the proximity to this white hot metal. And yeah, he's pretty hurt now.
I mean, is he blinded at all? Is his sight compromised?
Sure.
I mean, cataract over, blistering from heat, boiling eyeball, a little.
Yeah. super mutants are hardy, so I'll give him a minor damage debuff on that for that.
Urshan, let's go.
All right. We're back at the top here. Johann and the scribe have left. What's happening?
I am going to run between this big motherfucker's legs and try to get a big ol' slice at his inner thigh. Let's see how hardy they are. This guy's
All right.
like 12 feet tall, right? So I can like pretty much run and slide between his legs.
Oh, definitely.
I ain't never fought one this big. Hey, Shabushka! That's a 14. Power
14.
slide slice! I assume it also helps that he's still currently wiping bile from his eyes.
Oh yeah, as he like scrapes the last of it from his eyes, he looks down and sees you swoop between his legs and you rake across where you would think like a vein, like the
I'm just going for his inner thigh meat, yeah. Where like carotid artery is and stuff.
Yeah,
Wait, no, that's the neck.
It's
Whatever.
the
There is an artery down there, and it's a big
femoral artery.
Yeah.
Yep. That's
Yeah.
exactly it.
You rake the Deathclaw gauntlet across where you would judge his femoral artery to be, and there is definitely a gout of blood, but not as much as you think. Apparently, you didn't get through quite as much of his leg meat as you thought. He is quite hardy, but he is injured by that, and you end up on the opposite side of him. And he swings around to try and look at you. Ugh! Scrawny human! You will die slowly for that!
If it's as slow as you move, then I don't think I need to worry too much.
Duh!
I'm goading him! I'm goading him real good!
Oh,
God, my comeuppance will be great!
He didn't need any motivation, but now he has more.
Louise over in the corner just being like, were we running or...
Are you in
Alright,
fact
yeah.
running?
Alvin is locked in with this super mutant to give Johann, Louise, and Scribe a chance to run. And if he leaves, that thing's going to take a shot, though blinded, at Apex, and he can't afford that.
So you're just gonna continue to pummel into this guy.
Yeah.
All right, that's gonna be a body roll for.
And shabba! It's a 10.
Oh yeah, regaining your balance and trying to fight through the pain in your ribs, you rush forward to the super mutant and you clobber him right in the chin with your power fist. And as you decompress the pistons, you hear something break in his jaw, and as he turns his neck to look up at you, you can see his jaw has been completely dislocated, and he is utterly mangled at this point, but he is on his last leg, because he had taken a little bit of damage beforehand, but he is still kicking.
I can't let this thing get to Apex! Get running, Starshine!
Starshine, do you get running?
Ugh. No, I can't. Because if everyone else is staying behind, I can't. Louise, when Alvin says that, just sort of just scoffs. She's like, God damn it. Gets out that rifle that Louise gave her and levels it and aims off a shot at this thing's head.
Which one?
And the one that Alvin is fighting?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's always better to get the weaker ones down first, I find.
Sure.
The ads.
Handle ads. That's it. That's how I played my video game.
That's going to be a body roll.
Ooh, that's a 7.
All right. As he sees you peek up for another shot, he he ducks under another jab from Alvin, and with his back against the wall, you see like a wet slap as some sort of bag flops against the tile floor, just due to him knocking it down with the sheer force of his body pressing against it. It's enough for him to level a shot against you, Louise, and you take 2 damage. However, you do squeeze that shot off, and this time you hit him in the eye, and it goes completely out the back of his head, and it's just a smattering of molten slag and gray matter and skull and blood that sizzles hotly against the back of this makeshift grocery store that children once played in. And he slumps down.
What? You know what? Wait, he's dead. What do I have? You know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna do Grim Reaper's Sprint.
All right, Grim Reaper Sprint. That's your once per encounter ability.
Let me see. How's that work again? What do I roll? I can just do regular roll again.
It's a strange roll, and you need a 10 or higher. But if you succeed, you can act again.
All right. Why can I not remember my own? I think it's a +2. Yeah, it's a +2. Okay. Go. 13!
Yeah, that'll do it.
Nice.
As soon as I see the viscera explode from the back of that thing's head, she spins and levels a shot at the other one.
All right. Yeah.
Sort
Squeeze
of
off.
hyped up from the fact this rifle is going so well for her so far. She's like, come on, baby, come on. That's a 7.
7. Yeah, you. He sees this strange weapon, and he out of the corner of his eye, he's currently looking at Apex, but he turns around just in time to catch the white-hot molten metal spike through his shoulder.
This is my rifle, not the Magcaster.
Oh, gotcha.
I would assume with the Magcaster, it only holds 1 shot per thing, so I'd have to take a turn to reload it anyway.
Yeah. So yes, you level your rifle, and he sort of like hears a chamber being cleared, and he looks over his shoulder, and he ducks down just in time for it to not cut through his throat, but instead his shoulder, and he winces in pain. And he brings up his his shotgun in retribution, and he's pretty far away from you at the moment for this. But he lets loose one of the barrels, and you do take a pellet yourself, and you will take 1 damage in retribution.
All right. Whew.
And through the cacophony of a fight breaking out and a super mutant dying, as we get to another top of the round, you hear some shuffling as a door opens next to you, Apex, and trudging out in sort of a torn-up business shirt, wearing really tiny glasses on the bridge of his nose, is another super mutant that comes out of this building that says bank on it, but it's really small.
What's he wielding?
He is currently wielding a briefcase.
The most dangerous weapon.
Oh, definitely.
Bureaucracy.
He's gonna file you.
Under D.
Back out! It's
Again.
IRS! Erwin R. Shyster.
He comes stumbling out of the bank, and he looks around and he looks at you. Oh, a fight! I did not miss it! And he looks at you with a greedy, violent gaze, Apex.
Apex's attention is still squarely on the big guy that I have been doing nothing but pissing off. Let's see. I clawed at his inner thigh meat. Right now, I'm... how is he turned exactly? Because he had to turn back to fire at Louise.
The shot he wasn't really aiming the shot. He just sort of, like, looked over his shoulder and aimed the shotgun behind him and fired, and then quickly turned his attention back to you, hoping that would do something.
All right. As he brings his attention back to me, I'm going to attempt to, this might not do as much damage per se, but I'm going to try to lacerate the wrist that is holding his shotgun to weaken his ability to wield it.
Right on. So
Well, once again, kind of like sliding to his side, sliding under him, sliding past him, just really dancing around him, making him like spin.
to be clear, you're trying to disarm him, not necessarily just wound him. You're trying to forego damage.
I'm still trying to do damage to him, but
Okay.
I'm willing to let it, like, I'm willing to say, like, you know, it's not going to be as effective as if, say, I went straight for his throat.
Gotcha.
I'm simply trying to, like, death by 1,000 cuts this guy right now, because he's big.
Gotcha. All right, I will take that into account. So that's going to be another body roll.
15! God damn! That's
absolutely.
double
Holy
60s.
shit, boy!
Absolutely.
That's perfect. It's
Though
perfect.
He
Once
does
again, I
move.
slide past him.
Yeah, he does move faster than you would have anticipated from someone so big. But you are used to watching Johan in combat, and you sort of subconsciously trained yourself against something like that, and you duck underneath him, and you lacerate down his arm, and he drops the shotgun, and he clenches his teeth as blood spurts out from his wrist, and he goes, "Argh!" And he turns his attention towards you. I
hold up my begauntleted hand and just do the rocks. Come on, just bring it, like, finger flick.
He just lets out a roar of frustration and pain.
I scream back in his face.
All right, Louise, Alvin. You see another super mutant has entered the fray.
Looks to Alvin.
Oh,
I don't think we can keep doing this. Apex, we gotta go!
The adrenaline is in Apex's ears right now. He wants to fight this thing. Like, you don't understand. Like, from Apex's perspective, the prey he needs to track is bigger than this guy. He needs to know.
He can't hear you. He's hearing the same song I do.
Then I ain't fucking leaving. Ready to rifle for another shot. Particularly, let's focus on the new boy that just popped in.
I got a trick for that.
Do what you do, Urshan. I'm gonna be taking up flank. I'm gonna fire off a shot at this thing.
Which one? Are you firing it at Magruder, or are you firing at the new super mutant that just showed up, ready to do business?
New super mutant. Apex
Right.
really doesn't need two boys on him.
Right.
It's true.
Here we go.
That's gonna be a body roll. Here we go.
That's an 8. See, now I imagine him flinging his briefcase at me, and that is an hilarious image.
So arm swinging, he does run forward. The only fight that he really saw was the one that was happening between Magruder and Apex. So with your 8, he does manage to close the distance with the Apex. However, you do squeeze off a shot, and it catches him in the back, just to the left of his spine. He stumbles as blood begins to stain his nice white shirt. He looks over at you. Oh, more! I will get to you after this.
Rude. Excuse me.
I mean, he has priorities.
Alvin,
he has a briefcase.
Yeah, it's like
There's
You know
this
what,
one
Alvin,
right
don't give
here,
us
though.
attention.
There's this one right here, though.
And
I'm
it's all colored. It has horns.
a cow stands like
Pretty
a people.
skull
It has
man.
claws. To
Looks
do
fun
this,
to crush, like one of those ASMR videos with the soap.
oh god, super mutant ASMRs.
You are feeling relaxed. Is this stimulating? I will rub the flesh from this human. Relaxing.
All right, for this one, I'm gonna need to ask a couple questions from you.
Fire him away.
Okay, 1, what is the distance I can move? 2, what is the distance I can throw something? 3, what is the radius of a fragmentation grenade?
The radius of a fragmentation grenade.
Intention and proposition. Going ahead and launching a frag grenade somewhere around here's abouts. So the blast and shockwave will stagger these two, which will really get this guy's attention and give Apex an opening to bisect this man.
Yeah, I would say if you're going to try and close melee distance from them, you will need to succeed on a wits roll to try and close the distance without incurring some penalties here. But if you were throwing a grenade, I think this is a body roll.
Okay.
So it is a little tricky because Apex is also right there. And you're trying to throw it to where it will be just effective enough to catch the both of them and not him. So
right,
I will
because
say
they're big, so they should shield the shockwave or the brunt of it.
yes. So I'm trying to think of a way that this will be fair. So roll a body roll -1 because you're trying to be careful about this.
Gotcha. Oh, fuck, 5.
Aww.
Okay. No.
Do I have time to react to it?
Well, I'll say that because you're trying to throw it far enough away that it won't affect Apex, because of the 5, you overcorrect and you throw it and it sort of rolls into the bank building, the little miniature bank, where it detonates and the two super mutants sort of flinch for a moment, but they aren't really affected by the blast, unfortunately. So Apex and the super mutants do not take damage, but your grenade sort of goes off harmlessly and sort of destroys the small bank.
Oh no! Our friendly neighborhood bank!
Oh no, the
just blew up
banks.
that man-
How will they recover?
We just blew up that man's place of business.
Free distraction, so, bada bing, I guess. You try. Yeah, so that would be my thing with the throwing of the grenade. And I guess I would start to get into melee range of them.
Okay, well, that will happen on your next turn then.
Okay, next turn then. Okay.
As we are back to another top of the round situation here.
I imagine I'm going to take a penalty on this one since I'm now currently engaged by 2. I'm going to try to Dark Souls roll beneath Magruder again. Try to end up over here and try to get a slice at his, calf or his, Achilles tendon if possible while rolling through.
Yeah, you're now trying to deal with 2 large gentlemen that do not wish you to be there. So this will have a slight penalty. Go ahead and roll body -1.
2d6 plus 2. That's still a 10!
Apex will not be deterred.
I narrowly avoid the briefcase as I slide under this boy.
The Apex will not be deterred as you see this besuited gentleman going to grab you, but finding nothing but air, and Magruder bringing down his well, no, he dropped that actually. Yeah, he brings down one of his fists, and it crashes into the ground. And he sort of looks down between his legs at you.
Dark Souls roll. Slice.
Yeah, you slice him across the backside of the thigh, right beneath his butt cheek, and he winces in pain and falls forward, sprawling on one of his less useful hands. And he looks over at you as he springs back to his feet. He's looking a bit bloody now, but he's got a fire in his eyes that says, "I'm going to fight you to the death."
Apex just nods at that. Game respect game in this front. That's me.
All right.
All right. Yeah, not allowing Apex to get kingdom by 2 super mutants. I will rush in and engage the Bankor.
Right on. All right, I'm going to need you to succeed on a wits roll.
Okay. 6.
Okay, so here's what happens. You break into a sprint, and you get about here.
Okay.
Before you see the banker turn towards whoever shot him, sees you running towards him, he cocks back his arm with the briefcase and heaves it at you. You, to say the least, weren't expecting an object of this shape and size to come flying towards you with such grace. But it catches you in the face, and it completely knocks you off balance. You go sprawling onto all fours. You take 2 damage.
It's the Hitman briefcase.
Oh my
God.
He did just hitman me! You son of a bitch!
Alvin speeding on a motor scooter, just with a briefcase spinning behind him, not losing any altitude.
Well done, 47.
Oh my god. Alright. So 2 damage. With my shield, it cuts it down to 1, or do I take...
Yes, it does cut down to 1. But it also it also stops you in your tracks.
Shit. Okay. Could I shoot him, or is that the end of me?
That's the end of your turn.
Okay.
It is now Louise.
Oh, this is bad.
I think this is going quite well. If, like, just for, the sake of how it could be going versus how it is going.
It is true.
Okay. Yeah, no. Rifle shot at the banker. Again. That's a 6.
Rifle shot at the banker. Okay, seeing as there is a situation brewing behind him, he sort of ducks down underneath the bullet as he breaks into a sprint himself.
When he does that, I want to roll ricochet.
Yeah, he sees Alvin prone on the ground, and he sees an opportunity to make a sale.
He's a banker, not a salesman. To get a
Can I interest you in solar panels?
He's selling
You want
death.
a loan? Low business interest rates.
How do you feel about your car insurance?
He reaches down towards you, Alvin, and says, "Time to learn the cost of living!"
This is such a hilarious way to die.
I'm rolling.
So you're
Ricochet.
rolling Ricochet.
Yes, I will roll.
Ricochet. 1
10. Thank you.
only.
Did not want to waste that shot. Rifle shells are precious.
It pings off of the gutter of the small two-story building that you are fighting in front of, and it zips back down, and it catches him in the other part of his back on the right now, and he stumbles forward, and he's sort of like sprawled on top of you now, Alvin.
Oh no! Alvin, can you breathe? Alvin's just like, oh right, I'm claustrophobic. Shit.
That will be the end of this round. As you begin to hear more shuffling, let me take a brief look here. Sorry.
It's all good. Alvin Bronson today is a comedy of errors. I'm here for it.
Well, let's see. We fought the butcher and the banker. Is the baker coming?
Louise, from the corner of your eye, Alvin as well, you spot it as you see coming out of a small brick and mortar little building that says Electric Company on the side of it.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
You see a super mutant in torn overalls and a little yellow safety hat. It sounds like something's gone haywire.
Louise.
Call me Mr. Fix-It.
Hey, that was just like the game, huh? Louise just curses under her breath and shouts to Apex, "Apex, we got a third. We can't keep doing this."
Apex yells back,
Run! I can hold them.
I got the fire in my belly right now, as this super mutant in front of me has kind of a, like, he has like one of his knees is kind of like bent as I've been slashing at it, right?
He's got blood pouring from several wounds on his left leg.
All right, I am going to try to use his left leg as kind of a leverage point, like jump up there, spring off it, and do like a massive, like, sure you can, straight from his chest to like up to the top of his chin if I can with the Deathclaw Gauntlet.
Right on.
Yeah, 13!
Oh my god.
Apex is going mano-a-mano with the super mutant mastermind. You rake across his chest with all 5 fingers, scraping up a handful of his flesh out from his own hide and up towards his face. You see now his face already littered with battle scars, now scarred even further as he stumbles back, looking a bit woozy on his feet now, a bit surprised.
I yell at him, yield!
Never! I will die before that happens, human!
Your call.
Meanwhile,
So I am pinned under a super mutant.
you are currently pinned under a super mutant. That is correct.
This is a great story for St. Peter. All right.
You are in prone melee with a, is another way to look at it.
Oh dear. Could I position my arms to use my power fist to pop him off me?
Oh, you can certainly do that.
All right. We're gonna use it like a tool. and pop off
So-
this giant slab of beef.
To be clear, you are just doing this to get him off of you?
If it hurts him a little bit, more of the power. But
All right.
I'm making some leverage so I can roll off from under him and get up from being prone.
All right. That will be a wits roll then to try and pry him off of you.
Oh, our best trait. Okay, let's go, baby. 10.
Nah, excellent. Yeah, you sort of push in your arms to your sides, and you position both of the pistons of your power fists onto his chest, and you release them both at the same time, and he goes flying backwards. And he lands on his back, a little dazed from what just occurred. Yeah, you can scramble to your feet.
Yep, I'm gonna kip up to my feet, spit on the ground, get into a low boxing stance, and I'm gonna start popping kneecaps.
All right. Louise.
Oh God, Louise is freaked. And I'm about to potentially make a bad decision.
Those are the best kinds of decisions. Wait.
Yeah, you know what? There's 3 super mutants. This is a bad time. Especially since she's not gonna leave without both of them. Okay, we're doing this.
What are we doing? What are we doing?
Louise is just this wide-eyed panic, being like, I don't fucking even with the situation. And then she gets down, she kneels down really fast, goes through her bag. She gets out a very familiar looking inhaler.
Oh.
Connor, I am dosing up with turbo.
All right. Driving up this VOD's monetization rating, you take a hit of Jet.
No, not Jet, turbo. I also
Oh,
have Jet,
turbo.
by the way.
Ah, I see.
You're a
Let me
you're a walking dispensary.
Let me.
turbo.
Yeah. She just like looks at it for a brief second, like, oh fuck me. And then she gets it and just goes.
Let me just try and figure out what that does for you.
I believe I wrote I get 2 actions a turn and +1 to wits and -1 to charm, which, let's face it, my charm is shit anyway.
Yeah. That all happens. As the effect of the chem, you feel your eyes go bloodshot and time around you slows to a crawl. But you stay the same speed as you see these super mutants screaming, "Oh!"
This would be funny if I hadn't just done a
Louise.
really bad thing, probably.
I need you to roll a percentile die as well.
Oh, fun. How do I do that?
So just roll a D100.
All right. That's a 29.
It's a pretty low percentile.
Yeah, that doesn't sound good. I feel like I should have done over 50.
Let me look at my reference sheet here.
You don't know, maybe low is good.
With the funny chart.
Well, I've never done drugs in this game before.
Good caveats.
It was my backstory. Alvin certainly feeling like, some buff psycho would be pretty cool right now.
You're very lucky.
Okay.
As you feel like it's just the one. It's just the one. You don't need any more.
Oh, okay. That addiction. Yay. Fun.
Yep.
All right, so how does this work on the turn that I take it? Do I still get 2 turns, or do I get just 1?
You just you get 1, but actually no, that's stupid. You get 2.
Nice. Okay. Again,
You're
rifle's been
making
pretty nice.
You're making a potential sacrifice to do this, so yes, I will let you have 2 turns.
just sort of, just everything's slow, and she does that thing from Look Who's Talking where the hand just kind of waves in a weird thing. It's like, okay, this is interesting. Looks up, sees the new boy coming in, and levels her rifle to take a smack at him.
Right on.
That's 12.
Oh yeah,
Nice.
absolutely. A shot through the shoulder as he goes sprawling up against his electric company sign that is now spattered with sort of brownish blood. He stumbles back to his feet.
And I get one more ricochet this fight because I have +2 strange, so I'm rolling ricochet on him.
Roll ricochet.
That's a 10!
Oh
Yes!
yeah.
Nice.
As it bounces off the back wall, you see a back door that it pings off of, and it flies through his clavicle, and he stumbles forward and in a bit of a daze now.
Without missing a beat, she fires, and this is her just like going at normal pace. Like she raises the rifle, takes her shot one-handed, and then and then as she lowers it in the one arm, her other arm has her shotgun up and it fires another shot off.
Right on.
That's
Are you
7.
Are you firing it at this
No,
guy?
I'm firing at the one I've been firing at the one I've been firing at.
Right, with your
That
shotgun?
Yeah, is the range okay on that?
You're a bit far away.
Then I'll just do the rifle again.
Okay. Be mindful of your ammo as well.
Yeah, no, that's why I switched to the shotgun, but in the essence of getting this shot off, I will take it.
Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah, he in quick succession, he takes 3 wounds to his body, and he sort of stumbles down to the ground, a bit stunned at the amount of damage. He's not looking great.
I mean, that's me. I got nothing else.
All right. As another round of combat begins.
All right. I have decided that I have weakened him enough, and I am going for blows that I believe would normally be lethal. The first one was not. I am going to go for another one. This time, let's see. He would be expecting me to do the same thing again, so I'm going to... Where should I claw this guy? I'm just gonna try to gut him, like rake straight across his gut. Like take it from his abdomen, and then claw straight down and under as once again I try to pass beneath him.
Right on.
Whoop! 7, but I'm going to use black belt and re-roll that 1.
All right.
As a 5, so that's 8, 11.
Right on, yeah. As you crawl underneath his legs again, you rake the large claw across his stomach, and you feel it catch on something as you pull a bit of his intestine out through the wound, and he sort of clutches it instinctively, trying to keep it an intrinsic part of his functioning body inside, and he topples over, and he is looking pretty rough now as he is on his last leg.
I hold his intestines... Well, I guess I'm behind him now.
Yeah.
I hold his intestines, I give them a gentle tug, and I just say, "Yield!"
Those are mine! Give them back!
That's my turn.
All right.
When she popped the turbo, do I instinctively hear that sound and know exactly what sound that was?
You know
I would imagine
exactly
you
what
would have
that
heard that
sound
hiss.
is. As you get this super mutant on top of you, the rest of your hearing sort of fades as you hear that distinctive sound. And you look behind you and you see Louise discarding a canister of some sort.
How does she look? I have no idea. She's just in slowdown mode. She probably has no idea how wild she looks.
Your
right now.
eyes are wide and bloodshot.
You're blinking a lot.
You've been staring at that cactus for 12 hours now.
No, seriously, this is so bad. Alvin's gonna be so mad. Oh, but there's 3 super mutants, and I didn't know what else to do.
And you hear Louise like fire off several shots in quick succession, a feat only possible with the stimulating aspect of chems that you know very well.
Yeah. I look back toward the banker. You motherfuckers! And I'm just gonna go ahead and just swing right in, just full screaming right into his face, like directly into his nose power fist.
All right, right into the nose power fist. Let's see it. Body roll.
8. Yeah, that makes sense. He is pissed and reckless.
Yeah, you're thrown off a little bit by the stunning sight of what you've just seen. And it's enough that you are distracted by the banker sort of getting to a knee and his fist colliding with your stomach. You take 3 damage, but you also fight through that pain with your anger and your whatever you may be feeling in this instant. And you push your fist into his face and press the piston, and you hear cartilage and bone and teeth crack as he goes sprawling down on the floor once again, sort of flailing and screaming in pain now, as you appear to have pushed his nose into his face.
Alvin is going to cough up and spit out a goodish amount of blood and just fuck you. Fuck all y'all! Come on! Just slap his power fist together. Don't get near her! Come on! And that's gonna be me.
Right on. I believe that would bring us to the top of the round.
I think that's Louise again.
Yeah, didn't we? Isn't Alvin or me the top? Or no, Apex is the top of the round, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he just went.
Well,
and Alvin
technically you can go in any order you'd like. But...
True. We've
No,
just been yielding to each other.
Exactly.
Fair enough.
Exactly.
So, is it the top of the round now?
No, we still Louise still has to go.
All right, go
Are you
for it then.
sure? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I trust you.
Yeah, listen, Alvin sounds very, very odd to Louise, but she can't quite make it out anyway. It sounds like the ocean in my ears.
Come on, don't you touch her.
Mostly it just sounds like the ocean in her ears. Huh. Anyway, shot. Let's hit this guy again. The one I've been aiming at.
Right.
Because Alvin's got his, hopefully, pretty decently. So let's deal with that guy far away. That's a 6. Good thing I got
6?
another turn.
Yeah. The repairman quickly gets back to his feet, and he, with his hunting rifle, also manages to squeeze off a round that catches you in the shoulder. You take 2 damage, Louise. But you quickly, barely registers. You chamber another.
Oh yeah, I'm going for it though. That is probably... Where am I at? Yep, that's the last of my armor. We're going into health now. Alright, let's roll another shot. Please. 11!
11? Yeah, you barely even register the pain as you chamber another round into your rifle, and you fire off a shot, and this guy just sort of stumbles forward as it catches him in the forehead, and then slap lands on the ground as before he could barely do anything, he lands on the floor, face down, dead, blood pooling around him. And now with that, I believe that is the top of the round. And
Yes.
Louise, you hear more stomping and shuffling It's slowed down now and echoes in your ears due to you just being due to you being in the state you're in now. You, quick as a snap, but it's slow for you, turn behind you. And you see, as a super mutant rounds the corner, passing through this bridge to get into the children's village. And you see him coming, you try to raise your rifle, but as you do, you hear a plang as he goes stumbling forward and also stepping out of the door.
Oh, I hoped he was coming back.
Is Johann.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Hoisting his barbell up over his shoulder, looking down, looking all around at just the carnage that is currently playing out.
I am glad that you are all right.
And that is where we're going to take a break.
Woo! I'm about to
As
kill this guy!
Johann has re-entered the fray.
Thank God.
Right back.
I'm gonna get me some water. Oh.
Well done, you guys. You guys are holding on remarkably well.
I built Apex specifically for these conditions. I'm glad he's doing them properly. I would be upset otherwise. It'd be like, oh no. Is my system flawed? No, it's me that's the problem.
Where's my relaxing music?
How you doing, Rabbit?
Dude, I'm doing A-okay. How are you doing today?
I'm doing pretty good. Just mostly, today was a rest day for me, so to
Right.
speak. Just watched a bunch of movies. I saw that Dracula on a boat movie. It
Oh,
was okay.
that-
Oh, Demeter, isn't it
Yeah.
good?
It was okay.
That sounds
I
pretty
honestly, I don't think you're missing much if you wait for it to come out on like a home release. It's schlocky. Like it's weirdly inconsistent in tone. It's a very dour movie. Like it is mean-spirited to all of its characters, but of course it is. I mean, you know what it's based on. So
Right.
Even the doggy and the child?
I'm not going to spoil anything, but it's not a happy movie. But it also feels like B-movie schlock sometimes with how Dracula behaves. Like he's really just trolling these motherfuckers sometimes.
That's how I
mean-
feel about all of the Final Destination movies.
When you're an immortal super being, wouldn't you get bored too? And just
I
like to
would.
fuck with a bunch of teenagers?
I would, but like Dracula literally like pops into somebody's viewfinder in a telescope. The guy removes the thing. He's not there anymore. And then he's just like standing around the corner in the ship going, hee. I'm like, what is this? What
I
am
got them.
watching? Got him, boy.
I mean, to be
Did you see
fair,
the
is
look
it
on that guy? Oh, right, I am alone.
To be fair, is it schlocky or is it what he would have actually done? I mean, you're on a ship that's going to be taking like 6 months to get where you need to go. Yeah, I kind of fuck with these people.
I think I think it's a couple of weeks, like nearly a month is what I think they're going with.
Just snaps him in half. You've gotten debated.
Do you think Dio pulled any of that shit like that in part 3?
Oh, he had to.
Oh,
Dio
he
would-
had to.
Dio absolutely would.
Oh, this is going to be very funny for me, not for them.
Yeah, seriously, I was in
They're
that
going to
position.
wind
I
up
would
dead
totally.
and off food.
It's like this is my dinner and entertainment combined.
I was watching it and I'm like, Dracula's behaving like if I were doing a one-on-one session of a terror at. And you know what? All right.
Polnareff just walks in. Polnareff just walks into his chamber. Diaz just looks at the hard camera. He doesn't know it, but he's going to get pranked.
I mean, I don't mind schlock. I mean, I've been rewatching Killer Clowns from Outer Space, like because it's
Oh.
on YouTube for free this month.
Yeah, what I'm saying is the schlock is inconsistent because sometimes it wants to be treated as like a very serious drama. But then Dracula's just like, LOL!
LOL, I said. Lamau.
LOL, lemao,
And then I said, "No way, Jose!" And he exploded.
And so I drank the crew.
Oh,
You know, as a joke.
Killer Clowns gets better and better the more I watch it. To be honest,
I love Killer Clowns.
I would love a remake of that now. A comedic remake of that. It would be so much fun.
I mean, there's a video game coming out for it.
Oh yeah, I know.
I
That's.
can't believe there's a video game coming out for it. That's so rad.
Did you know the joy in my fucking heart when I watched that trailer, being like, "Oh my god, it's Killer Clowns," and then that theme music starts up, and I'm like, I didn't even know how much I missed this song. I was like, this song is so good.
The song's a bop.
It's so unabashedly like 80s schlock. It's so good.
I need to put that song into my Halloween music rotation because it's just like, yeah, this is a fucking good ass song. That little fucking discordant do 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 part they do, it's like, oh, it's good stuff. I love that. I love Nightmare Calliope circus shit like that. But it was so limited by its budget and stuff. Like they did such good work though, even back then, even though it's still a little like the clowns are all very distinct, and even though it's like, you know, it's probably hard to move and emote through those suits, they do a really good job of it.
Oh yeah.
And the visual effects, like for its time, are actually really good.
Yeah, I want more fun with it because now you have you have the power to like make like these popcorn monsters, these cotton candy guns, the balloon things, like with really good stuff. And also maybe a return. That's the one really fucking chilling scene in that movie is the part with the hand puppet stuff.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Like that's legitimately like, oh, this isn't funny right now. What happened to the funny?
It was always a horror movie, Sarah.
Oh yeah, I remember.
Do you recall the information?
I mean, I kind of forgot when the 2 female clowns basically sucked up the ice cream truck guys, but I had to be reminded.
You always need slutty space clowns. All right. There's nothing wrong with that.
Oh God.
What would the internet be without them?
What would my friend be like without him?
What would I be like without them?
Well, okay, I don't know how you would be, but I was going for more for a friend Stacy, but yeah, no, you.
Yes.
I'm about the same way though. Where would we be without?
If you think you have Clissy fever, you've got nothing on Stacy.
Yeah, no.
Does the Clixie imply the existence of a cleanus or a clock?
I've never thought that. I've never thought about that.
Wouldn't cleanest
Of course
be the
it
better
does.
term as opposed to clock?
Yeah, cleanus sounds better.
Try asking Mr. Al.
It invokes the one of my favorite Cards Against Humanity cards, a sex goblin with a carnival penis.
Mm-hmm. Complete slide whistle.
That's very Killer Clown from Outer Space energy.
Well,
yes, Connor.
speaking of killer clowns
From outer space.
I don't know if these guys
no
are
from right
clowns.
here.
Okay.
Well, you
Wait,
are
are there
certainly
clowns?
clowning on them.
Are there clowns in this scenario, Connor?
Well,
Scary
you
clowns?
are certainly clowning on them.
Okay. I don't like clowns. They
The
scare me.
clowning.
The clowning.
Clowns scare me.
Are we ready to get back on into the fray?
I am.
Yee.
Then let us commence forth.
All right. Sounds groovy.
Oh.
Whew, thank God Johan's back.
Oh my God! Thank you.
It's like, oh, if only you've gotten here like 2 turns earlier, I wouldn't have to use Oh.
You
I
told me to
would
get
be
the
on
scribe to
drugs.
safety.
I decided the only real safety in this world is just being dead, so,
If Johan is actually speaking to her, she can't. It's too slow. He already speaks slow, and it is. She just.
What's wrong with your eyes?
She jerks her head towards Alvin and Apex and points.
Right. We should focus on this first. I will deal with this one.
Okay, seriously, is there a coffee shop in this little arena? Because I swear to God that Louise could go get coffee, come back, and he wouldn't be done talking.
You do not need coffee. You've discovered the power of drugs.
Yeah, you are on very powerful future amphetamines.
You are on the speed of the future. Vault-Tec speed.
Canonically, I think Louise still prefers caffeine.
Well, you rolled. You rolled well, so
we'll see. We'll see how this crash
Yeah.
fares you.
Oh yeah,
This
that'll
is-
be fun.
With the power of huffing cow shit, Louise is now a killing machine.
Speaking of killing, I am going to take this man's entrails and loop them around his neck and begin to strangle him with them.
Right on. Go for it. That's just going to be a very simple body roll.
9! I'm actually going to take some damage this time.
Thank
don't
God
have a-
you've been rolling well.
So here's what happens. You do, in fact, loop his intestines around his neck. Little does he know he's about to seal his own fate as he brings back his arm while you're occupied with this task and his fist collides with your sternum, and you take 4 damage.
That's about right.
But in the process of doing so, the force of him pushing you backwards ties the makeshift noose around his neck even tighter, and you see his head, and you see him beginning to choke out and slowly lose oxygen.
My chest piece cracks a bit.
As he reaches out for you, gurgling, and then falls limply to the floor.
I can't believe you fucking took him on. Fuck me.
I stand up, just like kind of holding my ribs, and just raise my hands in the air and give a mighty roar. As much of a roar as I can to get the attention of everything else around me. As I stand on this thing's conquered body, entrails in hand.
Your roar reverberates over this room, catching everyone's attention.
And that's my turn. They can do with this information what they please.
Well, I'm feeling the fury. I'm gonna go ahead and see how much PSI Super Mutant Sternum can take.
Right on. Go for it.
Gross.
Probably 150.
Yeah, you're.
Wha-bam! 7. That's fine.
Yeah, you close into the distance for this super mutant once again. And you once again you and the banker sort of trade blows. He catches you in the face this time. His knuckles sort of scraping a gash in your cheek as he collides with you. You take 3 damage. However, as you connect with his solar plexus, the piston powderizes it, and he spits up blood as he goes sprawling backwards. Also dead.
Yeah, he's just in like a very haggard, bloodied stance. You know old 90s Doom when you're like at 30% health?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he looks like that, just in a staggered stance, just looking to the left and right, seeing if there's anyone else to beat the crap out of.
You do in fact see that Johann has once again arrived, and this other super mutant has toppled over the this small railing next to both him and Louise.
All right. I have an item I can use, but I'll probably have to wait till it's my turn again.
That is correct.
No problem.
That will take us to
Okay.
Louise.
So is this customer dead or?
Oh no, he has just simply toppled over this railing. He's got like a big flat horizontal bruise on the side of his head, but he groggily gets back to his feet and looks around. Huh? What? Huh? Ah!
Well, he's right there, I guess. So switch to my shotgun, and I will. Before I do, I will turn to Johann, and I don't know how the sound's coming out of her mouth, but she'll be like, "Cover your ears," and she will. I'm gonna try him for 2 shotgun blasts. It's a 9.
It's a 9. Yeah, he groggily like begins to climb over the railing, not really even seeing you at first until the muzzle of your shotgun makes contact with his abdomen, and you let loose as the pellets wreak havoc on the inside of him, and he coughs up blood, and he looks down at you, and just with one hammer blow, just reels back and cracks you in the face with his fist, and you take 3
Ow.
damage.
Probably should have backed up. Whatever.
But he is looking pretty injured by that.
Oh, wait a minute. I was at... Oof. Actually, that's not good at all. Why is my... Alright. if I may back up off of him a little bit and do this next shot.
How far are you going?
I just don't want him to clock me in the face again.
That's fair enough.
Can I just go like right here? Is that okay?
You can act defensively if you're worried.
Yeah,
about getting hurt.
normally you're trying to disengage from a foe in order to make yourself a bit more of a safer position. You would need to roll a wits to act defensively.
Plus,
yeah, but I
if
still
you-
want to
if-
shoot him.
If you get a mild success, well, I mean that's the
If
risk of.
If you get above a 10, I'll let you take another shot because you are on drugs.
All right, is this a wits roll?
It'll be with a penalty because you're sort of doing a lot. But yeah, just a wits roll to try and get away.
What's the penalty?
The penalty will be to your shot.
Oh, okay. So wits roll, and I get +1 wits. So.
Oh,
my
no.
God! Wow, even with okay.
As you
This might
As-
actually fuck me.
as you try to pull away from the super mutant's grip, he wraps his fingers and clenches some of your hair, and you try to pull away, and you feel your neck go taut as you are held in place by this super mutant. Unfortunately, you are not able to get away at this time.
Well, shit. Can I still
And-
fire off a shot?
Even worse at slow motion.
He
Yeah.
yanks you back into the railing, and your head goes crashing through sort of the white picket fence that was making up the other side of this bridge, and you take 2 damage from that.
Okay. I'm at 2 damage.
It was 2 damage, yeah.
I'm at 4.
Yeah, Louise and Alvin are both looking pretty haggard at this point.
I mean, it's okay. It's okay. I have options. It's okay.
It's okay. I have more drugs.
No.
I got drugs.
Yeah.
I got drugs that multiply. That will bring us to Johann, who will now proceed to act. All of this happens in quick succession. He wasn't expecting the super mutant to recover so quickly from taking a barbell to the side of the head. So he is going to try and free you from his grip. He's going to try and act defensively to try and get you away from this super mutant. That is a moderate success with a 4 and a 3 plus 1. He grabs this other super mutant by the wrist and begins to twist it in an uncomfortable manner. You hear tendons straining before the super mutant is finally forced to let go of you, and Johann lets go at the same time, but not before this super mutant looks up and fires off a shot into Johann's stomach, and he sort of looks down, pats at his stomach, looks at the blood that's pouring out, and he sort of with dark circles under his eyes begins to woozily sort of shuffle into combat with this thing as he heaves one leg over this railing, and he is now
Is he looking bad too?
he's not looking as bad as you and Alvin, but he is he took a good couple of hits earlier.
Apex has been so in his own world, fighting one-on-one with this big dude, that he hasn't turned around in a minute to see how his friends are doing.
No, that's fair.
He is
Yeah,
now
you-
turning around.
You see Alvin bleeding from his nose and his mouth, clutching ribs that are probably broken. You see Louise with a not quite a grin, mouth taut, in a line, eyes wide and bloodshot, scrapes and blood trickling down her face. You see Johann with a bullet wound with blood slowly spreading, seeping into the cloth and leather that he is wearing.
You're the guy walking in with the pizzas.
Kinda. Like, Apex just turned, like, he might have a bruise on his chest where his armor just cracked. He turns, like, after being victorious and just sees this and is just like, oh no. What have I done?
That's not all.
Oh.
As Magruder lies dead at your feet, you see yet another super mutant walk out of this strange-looking treehouse with green leaves and a healthy-looking tree. Oddly enough, he steps out. He's got like a makeshift axe in his hand that looks like it was made from a stop sign.
Can we go, please? Can we go, please? Can we
he
go
looks at Magruder. He looks at you, Apex.
I look at him.
Good! I hated that guy!
Oh.
Did the combat music stop on purpose?
Nope.
Damn.
It's like, thank you for getting rid of him. He subjugated us. He was evil.
He
We're
was
the
forcing
good
us to
men.
do evil shit!
Now we
No,
can do.
no.
Now we
No,
can do
no.
super evil shit.
He was actually holding us back. He was holding us back from doing more evil. He was holding us back from doing more evil shit. Now we are free to be a scourge on the wasteland, like we see fit.
Oh my god.
Oh, it's gonna be so fucking cool.
Can we go now? Please?
As they have a volatile reaction to that information.
Honestly, those of you that are injured should run. Apex looks back and yells at the rest of you, "Run!" And I'm going to run at this super mutant to hold off any reinforcements that might be going after you.
The old Alvin Bronson strategy. I'm proud of you, son.
Need me to roll wits to get into his range?
Yes, you do need to roll a wits in order to get into his range.
Shabushki, 11.
11? Yeah, easy enough. You crawl along this lake of this small river of blood that goes into this disgusting, rotten, smelly pool of iron and flesh and bone.
Oh, I guess I'd stop here then, where I don't land in the lake of blood.
You'd be fine. You crawl, begin to crawl up this spiral staircase towards this odd-looking tree house, and you see this super mutant hoisting this massive axe.
As I'm running, like I do kind of like a low, almost feral Naruto run. Can I get a handful of this bloody gunk so I can like hurl it at him? Do kind of what I did with McGruber to try to like blind him from his axe swing at me.
Why not? Yeah, I'll say with your 11, you can grab yourself a handful of this just miscellaneous viscera.
Yeah. And now he has a splash of red across his eyes for when he tries to swing his axe at me that first time there. I figure it worked the first time, why not the second time?
All right. Alvin, Louise, you've got a problem as well.
Apex. But I feel like at this certain point, I'm probably going to die. Alvin, if you know what you want to do, go first. I want to think.
Yeah, I have one stim pack. I'm smashing it in my leg.
All right, yeah, you're using your stim pack. And you heal for 2, I believe?
That'll work.
Yeah, as the healing fluid inside of the stim pack begins to rush, and you feel your internal wounds beginning to soothe just a little bit as your vision becomes a little bit less blurry. You look around and you gaze throughout the battlefield, and you see that 1, the Apex is gone. 2, the super mutant in front of you is dead, and 3, Johan has returned.
Oh, thank God.
Though Johan's looking a little rough.
Yeah, we're gonna give him a hand next turn when I can move in and sock that thing right in the kisser.
Louise.
Now that I'm free and Johan's between us, does it cost me anything just to move a little bit?
You're not in danger, so yeah, you can move. Just a little bit.
All right.
You should.
I'll give you.
You should act
I'll-
defensively because, like, attacking does put you in peril of getting hurt.
All right, I'm gonna go over there. This could work out. Okay. You know that bottle of Nuka-Cola Quantum?
I do know
Yeah,
it.
I'm gonna chug that. And I'm gonna
Okay.
get another turn for this, and I'm gonna get another action for this turn as well. So this will be my
As-
1 of 3.
You chug the sugary soda, and for any who would be watching Louise, as you drink the soda, you can see the blue glow going down her throat and lighting up her intestines as you see it beginning to circle down into her stomach and into her bladder as it leaves sort of a glowing trail that you can almost see through her shirt, and the sugary isotopes fuel your actions, Louise.
All right, second turn. May I, within a turn, rip off my Kevlar vest and put on my ballistic armor?
Yes, I'll say. Yeah.
All right, I will do that. Now I have plus 10 armor, so I'm not going to just drop dead. I can stay in this fight a tiny bit longer. All right. Can I? You know what? I'll just stop it. I'll do that later. All right, so now I have plus 10 armor. I'm good. With my third turn, shotgun blast at the one Johan's fighting.
Shotgun blast at the one Johan's fighting.
Well, she's gonna feel like shit when this shit wears off.
Yeah, that's drugs for you.
That's 10!
That's a 10, yeah. You level your shotgun at this one that Johan is fighting, and the blast sends him into the wall as he bounces off of it, these small pellets beginning to slowly trickle blood down onto his sort of makeshift leather pants. He's looking pretty rough now at the moment.
And that also is 1 rad for me, but that's the extent of my turn. I'm just gonna figure out my new stats.
How many rads are you at the moment?
10. I've only got 1.
Oh, okay.
My rads are fine. I can get rid of
Gotcha.
that with 1 rad away or whatever.
Just wondering.
Okay.
You incur
Just
penalties
no
at
problem.
intervals of 2.
Oh.
We have
That
to
would
dealt
leave
with
us-
radiation in this fight.
That would leave us with Johan. And Johan is going to see what is happening here. And he's going to raise his barbell up over his head and try and bring it down onto this super mutant. Oh yeah, with a 5 and a 6 plus his ridiculous bonus. He smashes the super mutant's head into his chest cavity. As it's just partially gone now. And the super mutant slumps over slowly and dies on the ground as Johann breathes heavily.
Where is Apex?
He was with the big Mother Hubber that way. Where did he go?
You
Yeah.
hear Farrell screaming from the other side of the house.
Yeah, you hear a sound that sounds like Apex letting out a battle cry as he runs up and grabs some intestines, preparing to throw it into this super mutant's eyes. And Johann nods and begins to trudge that way.
Alvin, you will feel like a shift of atmosphere, and Louise is suddenly next to you.
We feel more than a shift of atmosphere as coming out from the balcony behind you.
Oh my god, we can't keep doing this.
Another super mutant leans out over the balcony.
Ha! Figured he'd go down eventually, but not to puny humans. Ha! Stupid.
And he levels his hunting rifle as he aims down from this balcony point.
Oh, fair. I can't fight that one.
Oh, fuck's sake.
We can't keep doing this. We can't. Shit. All right. May I do something, or do I have to wait for my next turn?
You can absolutely go. It's the top of the round.
Oh, sweet.
Fuck.
Hey, that place he's sitting at, does that have a support beam?
It appears to be built into this small building sort of structure. It's not a support beam really. It's nailed into the side of a building.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you can see it's like a railing, like a patio sort of.
All right. If it's the top of the turn order, then shit.
I know what
All
I'm
right,
doing. I'm fighting dude on the tree fort. Did I already throw the sludge in his eye, or do I still currently have the sludge?
You still currently have the miscellaneous offal in your hand. So that will require another wits roll to sort of get the goop onto him and distract him.
I think at this point it's better to just fight. So I'm going to
Sure.
Go ahead and do what's been working for me so far, and just like cutting away at various joints on this guy's body. He's holding an axe, you say?
Yeah, he's got he's basically just ripped a stop sign out of the ground and has sort of sharpened the end of it.
Okay. I'm gonna try to take out his knees first. See if I can get him tumbling down these stairs. So I'm gonna try to claw at his knee.
Go for it. That's a body roll.
That's a 10.
That's a 10. Yeah. You slice across his knee, and he, not expecting you to be so quick, or really expecting you to do something with that fistful of goop you've got in your hand. He expects that, does not expect the claw, and he goes down to a knee and sort of begins to slide down the stairs onto his bottom. Sorry. And he's level with you now. Gah! Gah!
That's me.
I'll go if you don't mind, Alvin.
Go ahead.
Well, also, and you can retcon this if you want, though if you don't, you will feel a sharp pain in your arm, and you will look to see Louise has stabbed you with a stim pack.
Ooh, back to 8. Let's go, baby.
All right. Yeah. Yeah. You
And
heal
then
for
she's
2
gonna
more.
Put she's gonna put a little bit of distance between you two and take a shot at this fucker up here.
All right.
Thank God I had that extra armor. It helps.
Thank you, very fast angel.
10.
You see it sort of scrape by the top of his temple, and he like ducks down underneath the railing, and then he picks back up.
Hey! I was supposed to shoot that time! Ah! Human.
Okay, I kind of feel bad killing this guy. He's kind of funny.
Well, all super mutants are funny when you think about it.
It's true.
Funny looking. Boom!
My
Oh!
my pride, my feelings.
All right, and
I'm
that's
hit.
my.
Super mutant down.
That's my 2, so I'm good.
Johann, seeing this, super mutant with the rifle, is going to then look over towards the staircase that sort of leads up to that next level, and he's going to attempt to sprint up there to close in with melee with him. That is not quite a major success, as he does begin to sprint over towards the staircase. But what? Oh, not on the right layer. As he does, however, the crack from the hunting rifle goes off finally, and it sinks into Johann's back, and he begins to stumble forward, and he rests his arm on the ground and slowly begins to push himself back to his feet. He does not look very good at all at the moment.
Luckily, he only took half damage from that. If it was a moderate success.
Yeah, but he is a little bit hecked up at the moment.
I don't think any more of us have stim packs, unless I'm wrong.
I went through the entirety of my thing. I'm out.
I have some, but I'm all the way over here.
Well, narrative
Get
stim
Johann
pack soon.
killed.
I will, if he's up there, and I'm down here, and he's over there, I'm gonna grab my shotgun, and I'm gonna go ahead and shoot him.
Shotgun, go for it.
Alright.
That's a body roll.
Here we go. 6, come on.
Damn,
Alright.
I'm glad I
let's
healed
go.
you.
Me too.
Yeah, unfortunately, this super mutant seems to be pretty good with this rifle. As he reloads it, he chambers another round, and he fires off a shot that catches you, sort of in the pec. It avoids most of your vitals, but it does sink into you, and it lodges itself into your body as you take 2 damage.
I feel like I've eaten all the good rolls.
That doesn't exist.
Okay.
Remember,
Like we went to the
failed
Texas
rolls
roll.
build
Like
drama.
we went to the Texas, and I just like went ham on the bread basket. Is all I'm saying.
It's okay. You enjoyed your
Texas
bread. Who's my
Roadhouse
who's my
bread
little bird man?
basket.
Who's my little bird man who loves his bread?
I do.
Yeah, you're my little bird man. Anyway, that's my turn. I got shot.
As the adrenaline begins to pump through all of your bodies as this fight drags on for so long, most of you deathly injured. You can hear your breath and your pulse in your ears, and you begin to feel a little woozy as you see through the emergency exit one more super mutant burst through the door.
Hey guys, I have What?
Oh, he is the pizza guy.
He's holding like an arm, like a human arm, and he's got his mouth caked in blood that's like trickling down his chest, and he just sort of looks over the scenario.
Did I miss something?
He missed the real party.
Oh my god!
As yet
We all see
another
this,
super
right?
mutant, you hear it. You hear from across the way. You hear a door burst open, and you're saying, "Did I miss something?"
God damn it. And to Louise, it's like, okay. What turn order are we at right now?
The top of it.
All right.
Great.
Knowing that there's another guy out here now, Apex is going to do basically a running, grab this guy's head, try to jump over the stairs, and slam the back of his neck down on the back of this stair railing. So I'll land here, break my fall by breaking this guy's neck, and then look up towards the guy that just came in with snacks.
Right on. Go for it. That's going to be a body roll.
Yeah, 10.
10. Yeah.
God damn.
You hook this guy like by his distended eyebrows, and you vault over him, and you hear a crack as this man's neck collides with the side of this railing, and the wood splinters and breaks, and you just see him sprawled on the staircase, sort of dazed from that. His neck is not broken, but he certainly does not look happy about that. And you lock eyes with this other super mutant, who just sort of looks at you, looks at the super mutant on the treetop, looks over his shoulder back at the exit, and seems to be weighing his options here.
Fair.
I will let him continue to weigh his options. That's my turn.
Right on. Rest of you.
I just did a reverse RKO for those at home.
Does he hear her voices in his head?
Louise. Oh, God. Louise just is like, too many. Her head jerks toward Alvin. Take Johan and go.
What are you talking about?
Go!
I am not leaving you here.
She literally growls under her breath. And okay, how many... Can I, within my 2 actions of a turn, grab Alvin, go over and grab Johan's hands, and just, like, tug them both towards the exit? Like, we gotta go. We can't keep doing this. And Alvin and Johan look like shit.
You can use both of your turns to grab both of them. However, Johan does not want to leave Apex behind, and he will try to resist you.
Okay. What? Stupid question. Would giving him my ballistic armor do anything for him? It's probably too small.
Yeah,
Stick it in front of his chest.
Seeing as how he's like, what? How tall is he? He's like 8'4".
Can you just, like, stick it on his chest?
It would not do a lot for him.
Okay.
To be clear, are you trying to, like, throw your... Are you using your discarded Kevlar armor for this, or your body armor that you got?
If I am leaving this fight at this point, because this is too much, I will give him my ballistic armor, because that will give him +10 armor.
Okay. If you're trying to throw your... Because it's like strapped to you with like Velcro and stuff, and it's not cumbersome to take off, but it would require some focus.
But you gave me a turn to take it on and off, so...
Yeah, but taking it off and throwing it onto somebody else who's twice your size is also another matter.
What would you make me roll for that? I have 2 actions, so I can try
I'd make you roll a wits. I'd make you roll a wits to see if it does anything. And I'm not gonna, like, kill you if you fail.
Okay.
It just won't work.
That's an 11.
Hey, there you go.
Hey, there you go.
So you do manage to, like, quickly, in your addled state, or not so addled, as it turns out, you tear off the Velcro on your armor, and you, with a marksman's precision, you toss it up over Johan's head, and it sort of falls down. It's like a little square over his chest.
Turbo's amazing.
That is now protected. Yeah, drugs are awesome. You should do them
All
more.
right, and,
Do drugs.
Yeah, you should do more. Do all the drugs.
with my second action, I will grab Alvin and if he will allow me, I will drag him towards that bridge and we will book it.
Yeah, okay. I will say that the armor is, how much does it currently have?
10.
It's got 10 armor. All right. I'll say it's half as effective on him just because it's
covering
meant
everything.
it's meant for our not necessarily a petite women, but not a super mutant. So it will be half as effective, but it will absorb some blows here. And you are grabbing Alvin and you are booking it.
Yep.
Do you resist
can't
Alvin?
keep doing this.
Ooh, do I resist? I am too exhausted to resist.
All right, you sort of
She
just
is
go
on too
limp.
many amphetamines.
You go limp in Louise's grip as you slowly begin. The adrenaline begins to leave your body as you are out, deciding to go out of this fight.
Yeah, like how much longer would that turbo have lasted me anyway?
You've got like another turn with it.
Yeah, I mean, I have no armor now because I've given it to Johan, and he's going to be more effective at killing these things than I will. So it's like we gotta go.
My
Yeah.
armor's shredded. Hey, Pat! You gotta get out of here, man!
You hear the
gotta book
exhausted.
it.
You hear the exhausted voice of your friends.
Do I hear them running? Like leaving?
You're on the opposite end of the room here. It's you would need like you would need to stop and really focus to try and find their footsteps and over all the chaos.
I mean, Louise will sort of shout, leaving!
Yeah, you hear leaving over the din of the moans and moans of the mortally wounded super mutants and the blood that is rushing through your ears.
Apex will breathe a small sigh of relief as I continue to glare at the one that is weighing his options. And can I still reach the head of the one that I just pulled through the banister?
Yeah, I'd say you can still reach that head.
All right, I'm going to take my Deathclaw gauntlet and just shoink straight through his eyes. As
Right
I
on.
continue to make eye contact with this other one.
Go for it.
10! God damn, my rolls are hot tonight.
Yeah,
Jesus
you,
Christ.
Got a hot hand.
you take it. You take your Deathclaw gauntlet and you sink the index finger into one of his eye sockets, and he writhes and screams.
Ah! Oh, he's got my eye! It's in my eye! Ah!
All the while not breaking eye contact with the one at the door.
He slowly brings up the human arm to his mouth and
It's like, shit, that's fucked up.
Well, fuck. Is this guy still alive? The one that I just, like, tried to pierce the brain of?
he's not looking good.
Okay. I mean, he's not looking at all, really.
At least not out of one of his eyes.
Yeah.
I believe that... No, Johan needs to make another move now. Johan now with two foes from either corner. He's going to try and go up to the balcony and try and get sort of advantage here. Oh, well, I need to go find that dice. Where's my phone? There it is. Well, where did it go?
Oh no.
Where could it be?
Where could it be now?
Where did it go now? Oh. All right.
He turns into a Muppet in 0 to 50.
Ooh. All right. Well, that's a 2 and a 4 plus 1. We'll make this barely a success.
Yeah, I'm glad I gave him that armor.
As he begins to close the distance, he makes the decision to get the one who's clearly got a ranged weapon here, and he's going to rush up the stairs, but not before. At the top of the stairs, he takes another shot through the armor, and he slumps up against the wall, but he bounces right back off it as the armor that Louise discarded absorbs the blow, and he looks like he's ready to rush forward once again.
God, Johann's cool.
And with that, at the top of the round, you all look around the room, gazing, expecting another super mutant to pop out of somewhere, but after a few tense moments, nothing happens.
Whew. It's like a campground orgy. It's fucking intense.
Wait, what? Wait, what? So, what?
I'll tell you when you're older.
Wait,
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to hook the clawed finger I have in this guy's head, kind of like around his, septum. I think that's what it's called. The bridge of the nose. And then just kind of like rip the front of his face off. I assume this is the last of his health.
Probably.
We'll see. 12! Jesus Christ!
And as a matter of fact, as you rake down with your hands, the face of this super mutant peels off in one rapid motion, and the shock alone is enough to stop his heart, and he slumps down.
His face in my hand, I slowly start stepping forward. I'm not going to be able to get in melee range of him this turn, but...
There is a demon approaching him.
Yeah, I have, if you've seen, just Zawa,
indeed.
We've killed 6 super mutants. I guess we can just go to Illinois.
Who wants number 7?
They have twice this over there in Vault 12.
This never would have happened if Cynthia was here.
Cooler heads might have prevailed in that case.
She would have just talked them all down, definitely. I'm sure that's
like
exactly what would have
folk.
happened. Oh, hang on.
I just checked it right now.
I should probably... There we go. As that super mutant has gone into shock and subsequently is bleeding out. The super mutant with the sort of leg of human takes another bite.
Wow! That was cool!
Does he not seem interested in fighting?
He seems interested in eating this leg that he's got.
Okay.
I mean,
but he sees you.
Maybe
he sees you getting closer, and his nostrils sort of flare a little bit.
All right. So that'll be Johann, I guess.
Yeah, and the Louise, Alvin, I'm assuming you're just leaving now.
Yeah, we'll just head out the way we came, I guess.
Yeah.
Gonna go chill with the scribe.
you both round the corner and you leave, and you see from out of the one of the entrances of this building, you see this Brotherhood of Steel scribe who turns the corner and he sort of beckons you with his hand. Come on, come on!
I'm slumped up against the wall with just a shoulder just moving, just with my shoulder up against the wall.
Louise is doing her best to like support you, though this must be like slow as molasses for her until this shit wears off.
He doesn't run like back into the building, but he's like eagerly awaiting you guys to get the fuck out of there. He's still got the shotgun in his hand, like with a leveled grip as well.
Okay. All right now.
As it now,
Louise is most
I
likely
will
hyperventilating
stagger.
slightly.
I will stagger outside with the scribe.
Get him, Johann.
Johann will now proceed to.
Come on, buddy, you need to run.
Johann.
He is
smash.
on his way. He must
Crush
close
fuck.
the distance. He'll be there this turn if he rolls real well. Ho, Nelly! That is a 6 and a 4 for an 11.
There he goes.
As he
There's my boy.
charges forward, while this guy is trying to reload and chamber another round, he charges forward and is now ready to strike this guy next turn. Actually, would he be in range this turn?
Didn't seem like he was that far away.
Let me... Oh, yeah, he would just barely be within range, actually. So, yeah, I'll honor that roll. It was a 6 and a 4. Yeah, he just... Apex, you hear a plang as the barbell makes contact with the super mutant's chest and it smashes him through the brick and back into this house.
Kabong.
And brick and cement, centuries old, crumble under the weight of the super mutant getting flung through this small house. Apex.
While I'm closing the distance, I'm not going to roll defensively. I am instead going to attempt to intimidate this guy as I am walking towards him confidently, covered in the blood and viscera of his fallen companions, which he sees littered around him. I know that I'll probably take a penalty on intimidation because he's a super mutant, but it's what I'll do while I'm walking.
As a matter of fact, the super mutant does not really take into consideration his own mortality as you move forward, so you will be getting a -1 penalty to this, but it is a body roll for you, I believe, so...
Yep, so that's... We'll see. 7, moderate success.
So he...
As my weakest roll of the night so far.
Seeing you approach now, he...
Oh, you're approaching me.
He looks at what's happened to everyone around him, and he sort of throws the chewed up human leg onto the ground, and now he looks down at you with a serious "Oh, you want to go?" sort of stance. And it is a minor success.
That can mean whatever you want it to mean, though.
Yeah.
It's just not bad for me.
So yeah, he does appear to be taking you seriously now, as he sort of squares up. He's not wielding a weapon, you might notice as well. He doesn't really brandish anything. In fact, he may have just discarded his only weapon.
My arm.
With that, it is now Johann's turn. as Johann is going to proceed to try and cave this man's chest in with his barbell. Not quite. Finding definite purchase here. He rolled a 3 and a 3 plus 3 for only a 9.
That's a success at least.
As they sort of swing their he swings his hunting rifle into Johann's jaw, and a gash sort of opens up in his cheek, but likewise he swings upwards in sort of like a almost like that golf warrior's stance. He swings upwards and cracks the other guy in the jaw as well, and they both go stumbling backwards.
We both learned from our opponents.
The battle armor is now destroyed at this point, and it slowly comes off of Johann in tatters as he looks up at this guy who's they both appear to be hanging on for dear life. And you hear Johann muttering under his breath, Why?
Apex, noticing that Johann is dueling for the fates of his life up there, immediately bursts into a sprint. He's not going to bother going with the ligament strategy. He's going straight for the throat of this super mutant.
All right. That'll be a body roll.
7. I'm taking some damage.
Yeah, he manages to, now that he's ready for you and views you as an actual threat, he sort of jumps back from your lunge and he aims an uppercut right into your chin, and you take 3 damage. You manage to slice into his collarbone, and you feel it go into the bone itself, and he winces in pain as he rolls back, and you sort of slide backwards on all fours and look up and get back into your battle stance as you appear to have traded blows here.
Your legs will not taste good because they are muscly.
And your teeth will never find them because they will be on the ground.
My teeth don't have eyes!
Fair.
I think.
It's like fair.
Apex can't argue with that.
As Johann and the other, the riflemen begin to duke it out once more. Come on, Johann. There's a 5 and a 4 plus 3.
That's my boy.
Definitely. He swings the barbell at this super mutant, and you can hear a thick crack as he appears to have broken the forearm of this super mutant with that one blow, who is going to try and swing his rifle butt at him again. And you hear him go, "Ah! My arm!" And with that, we're back at the top of the round.
All right.
No more super mutants.
I'm going to try to make good on my promise and slice at this guy's jaw.
All right, slicing his jaw. It's another body roll.
That's a 9. I'm taking some more damage.
This man seems to be well versed in hand-to-hand combat as he rolls with your blows and minimizes the damage done to himself while also maximizing the potential to damage he can do to you. He catches a large gash down his cheek, down the bone. It hurts, but nothing substantial. As he brings up his fist and he plunges his fist into your stomach. You feel what you ate this morning starting to come up as it collides with you for another 3 damage.
All right. And then Johann.
And then Johann. Johann trying to finish this one guy off. He rolls a 3 and a 2, plus 3 for an 8.
Ugh, but he's gonna take
That
more
might-
damage.
That might be a double knockout, but
As the two super mutants sort of go stumbling over the rail, Apex, you just barely see it out of the corner of your eye. You see these two super mutants locked in combat in sort of like a wrestling grapple style, and Johann heaves both of them over the railing, and they both crash into the ground with a sickening thud. You hear a series of crunches as the one super mutant goes limp, and then Johann slumps over and rolls towards you. Apex. And his eyes roll back into his head as he begins to convulse.
I go into a fury. I strike at this guy, like leap up, go straight for this thing's throat so that I can like get past it and get to Johann. Actually, you know what? No. What I'm going to do, I'm going to take that viscera I've had in my hand this entire time. I'm going to go back to my strategy. I'm going to hurl it in this guy's face, like kind of feint that I'm going with the claw, throw the viscera in his face, and then roll so I can run to Johann and jab him with a stim pack.
All right. Hell yeah, brother. Let's see what happens. Roll a wits.
Yep. 11.
Oh,
He expects you to roll in for another set of jabs, and he's in almost like a boxer stance, but he doesn't expect you to have something else in your opposite hand. And the assorted offal and blood and viscera splats into his eyes, and he's like, "Ow! What? Oh, come on!" And he runs up and he rubs at his eyes and he tries to look around for you.
Meanwhile, I've slipped aside, and
It will take you another turn to administer aid to him.
no worries. I'm here.
because-
And I'm looking through my fanny pack for my Healy pack.
Right on.
And since it's at the top of the round again,
It is at the top of the round.
Act, and I get like this guy can move stuff, but I am giving I'm jabbing a stim pack into the meaty flesh of Johann's neck.
Right on. Give me 1 second.
No problem.
Yeah.
Tense. This is drama.
Yeesh. How you guys all doing?
I'm doing great. This is what I built the Apex for. And you
This
know
is
what?
so good.
Stress testing that bitch, it's working out.
All right. So, Apex, you're pulling out your stim pack and you're going to administer it to Johann. Yes, I'll make you roll for this. But the other super mutant does clear his eyes, and he does begin to try and clear the distance with you. Sort of
All right.
stomping over the corpse of this one. But you slam the needle down into Johann's sternum.
Yeah, Pulp Fiction style.
And you hear the hiss as the syringe injects its payload into Johann's body, and you hear him go as he lets out a scream as his eyes roll back into focus, and he grits his teeth, his lips peel back from his teeth as he slams his fists on the ground. He looks up to see this super mutant trudging after you. And Apex,
look at-
you hear
sorry.
you hear a grotesque sound like someone ripping leather as you hear this preceded by another as you look back over to Johann and you see a large gash open up in his shoulder as if something has exploded out from it, as if the skin itself ripped. You see blood beginning to fountain out from his shoulder as he slumps onto his knees and rolls to his feet. His arms beginning to elongate and grow in girth. As his pupils dilate, he looks at you, Apex, and says, "Run." As he begins to grow. More and more of Johann's form. You see old scars ripping open and glowing with this baleful green light. His eyes taking on sort of a luminescent quality almost as that baby blue becomes a fierce backlit hue. You see the hood and the clothing beginning to peel and rip off of him, revealing what looks to you to be almost stretch marks that begin to expand and tear and flow out blood as his form continues to grow.
Does my brain begin to hurt at all?
You sense something coming from Johann. You hear him say once again, "Run!" And I need you to make a strange roll.
Strange roll. Okie dokie. I have 0 strange, so that's straight up 2d6. Come on, be cool. Be cool, dice. You've been cool all night. Damn it!
Aw.
3.
As you feel an instinctual need to escape from a source of danger in the back
right,
of your mind, almost forced to the forefront of your mind purposefully.
My feral instincts take over. The nearest door would be the one the emergency exit this guy just came through, right?
Yes, that would be the nearest exit to you. As you turn to try and run, you see the super mutant you were just in battle with, wounds still leaking, his arms down at his side, looking, staring at Johann in awe.
I really wanted to get that Overlord's head, but my brain says no. What happens when I run past this guy just instinctually? Does he move at all?
He does not seem to even register your presence as you run towards the exit outside. You push past the door and you hear the building beginning to crumble behind you. As you hear more of Johann's flesh ripping, you hear a feral scream. A scream that you've felt before at the arena.
Apex just crouches behind like the nearest obstruction he can find, just kind of like holding his chest, his heart thumping in his throat.
As you crouch down, the feeling of fear leaves you all at once, as if it were never there, and you were confused by what you felt just now. You were winning. You were being the Apex. You single-handedly bested a super mutant in melee combat, so why? Why did you flee? And you see the building behind you, the magic house, beginning to rumble as the roof begins to cave in. It's at this point, Louise and Alvin, you also see and hear and feel the seismic waves coming out from the place that you just left. You hear glass breaking. You hear bricks falling and tumbling down. You see ancient, centuries-old structures beginning to crumble and collapse in on themselves. You hear the scribe muttering as he drops the shotgun behind him and stumbles backward. My God, what is that thing? And you see a gigantic super mutant peeking out from the top of the children's village. His body is covered in fresh gashes that leak blood as his muscles have ripped through skin faster than it could grow. You see pupils dilated with a primal fury. You see Johann, or at least you think you do, move through the magic house as if it were nothing. As his body tears away this ancient museum, you see him stomp towards what you would know to be a megaloader, Alvin.
This is not a thing
large
Louise wants to see on Turbo.
This large piece of construction equipment, Johann heaves it up into his hand effortlessly and begins to rip at the metal as if it were wood or some lesser material, and he discards the pieces of it that he is not using. And he slips the chassis of this megaloader over his body, the sort of hooks for the scoop slumping over his back as if to secure this breastplate onto his chest. And he's big enough for all three of you to see now as he turns and you see this.
Oh my God, load.
He's so cool.
Oh yeah, that's not a good thing to see on Turbo.
Apex
Art-
just stares up. Yeah, that's amazing art. Holy shit.
Art by Darky Arts, by the way.
Yeah, that's
Jesus
nuts.
Christ.
I love
Nightmares.
I love the fluorescent vein scars.
This is so 90s
Oh.
Saturday morning cartoon.
This is somebody's Warhammer OC.
Dude, this is somebody from the Spiral Zone. What are you talking about? This is awesome.
Let me see if I can extend the view here for the audience. They're not seeing the whole thing here.
Surrender or pay the consequences.
While you do that, Apex, his fears now made manifest, looks back up at this thing. Do I still feel that primal fear in my gut?
Like I said, it sort of all left you at once. Like a command that had been carried out, now fulfilled. You no longer feel the need to do such a thing.
I look up at him and I just one of my fists is just kind of clenching at my side to the point where my fingernails might be drawing blood at the palm.
As
what in the fuck is...
Louise is just breathing really, really fast right now, just staring wide-eyed at this thing.
His head's
Here we go.
peeking out through the top of the house, which means he's roughly
he's
25 to 30 feet tall.
He's stepped out onto the street and has sort of strapped this construction vehicle over his body in sort of makeshift armor.
Holy hell. I am going to shield Louise. I know what she's on. You're like Louise is gonna feel like two hands on like either of her shoulders. Like it's okay, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay. Hey, it's okay. I'm gonna like roll you around so you don't see that, and I'm just going to shove you into my chest. Like it's okay, it's okay.
The Apex on the other side of the building is going to remove his mask and just look at him unobstructed.
Apex?
Johann.
I'm all the way on the other side of the building. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah,
think
y-
we can
y-
see him.
You went out
But we
separate
can sure as
exits.
fuck see Johann. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
you
well,
can't
yeah,
see
not,
each other.
not Apex.
You can't see each other, but you can see Johann because of his just immense size, and you see this glowing radioactive green coming out from underneath his skin. His pupils focus on you, Apex, as you remove your mask and you show him your true face. And his lips sort of come back to almost a sad look. And he bellows. You feel his voice in your chest.
I'm sorry. It seems you were not the only one wearing a mask.
I just stare, like, partly in awe, partly in shock, partly sad. This is the one thing Apex did not want to be right about.
You have shown me kindness and fellowship where I sought it in my kin and found none, only violence and death. No more.
And you feel those words reverberate in your mind. All of you. I need you to make strange rolls.
Oh boy. Oh heavens.
Here I go again.
Whew.
6.
Why did my dice roller go?
That's a 10.
That makes sense.
7! Yay, I got better.
Alvin,
My
you fall.
training is working.
Alvin, you fall to your knees as he says no more, and any sort of fight that you may have been feeling building up, any adrenaline immediately leaves your system, and you fall to your knees, utterly subjugated by Johann's presence. Apex, you tremble as you feel your instincts telling you to submit, but you may be
throw
wearing
my mask to the ground, and I tense up all my muscles in like defiance.
you
of that
may
feeling.
be yes, you may be wearing Bastion's face, but you are still the Apex on the inside, and you manage to fight that feeling, but you do tremble as his words have affected you somehow. Louise, you look around and you see that both the scribe and Alvin have sort of wilted in with these words, and you felt some sort of pressure on your mind, but your body does not submit to a command.
Is the turbo still? Is it off yet, or is it like rolling off at this point?
You're starting to come down.
Oh yeah, this is not a fun time for Louise right now.
Yeah.
Rejoice, kids.
She just yeah, because like 1 second Alvin was holding on to her, and then suddenly he just let go and fell down, and she's like, "What?" You know, and I mean, she can't really get much out. She's tweaked out of her head. She just stares up at Johann and sort of mutters under her breath, "Stop, stop, stop."
I cannot. These.
And he gestures with both hands in a gesture that is meant to attract your attention. These gigantic palms gesturing out towards the destruction that he left behind. You see blood pooling massively underneath the corpses of super mutants. You see still the Apex. You look back into the children's village, and you see the one super mutant still standing. He looks roughed up by the building collapsing, but he is still alive in there, and he is like on all fours looking up at Johann, just staring.
See what my kin do. They give nothing. They only take and give in to their vices. No more. I say no more. If they will not fall in, I will make them.
And the rest of you all feel those words reverberate once more throughout your souls. You feel echoes of a command tingling your brain and your frontal lobe. And the super mutant that is still in the building scrambles out. And he falls to his knees in front of Johann and says,
I obey, sir. I obey. I will follow your orders to the end, my lord.
And Johann looks down, mouth going a bit slack.
You are different. So it does work. Excellent.
He begins to turn around and move backward away from all of you.
I am sorry. But I cannot watch this anymore. I will go to my people. I will unite them under my banner, and I will see my dream come true.
And he looks down at you, Apex.
I will not allow you to stop me. Even you, my friend.
I look up at him. Do I still feel that tension to subjugate?
You
Like to fall to my knees?
any sort of anytime you feel his voice take on that feeling that tingles the instinctual part of your mind, it doesn't stay for long. But no, never mind. You wouldn't know that unless you were looking for it. But yes, it's fleeting. It's a fleeting feeling for you.
I look up at him, and with what words I can muster. Then don't make me stop you.
His eyes pull into not necessarily a glare, but sort of a stern leer as he looks down at you.
I do everything within my power to not break eye contact.
You have shown me so much. And I will always love you all for that. But please, so please, don't make me destroy you.
If there is a peaceful way out of this,
I am sure you will find it. You tend to. Until then, I am going east. To my people. My true people. Though they do not know it yet, they will become it. And my dream will be fulfilled.
Any glistening of hope that Bastion had in his eyes for a moment disappeared the moment he said his true people. Whether or not he catches that is entirely dependent on how good his eyesight is from 30 feet up and however many feet away.
He's also got a lot going on in his mind
Yeah.
right now, including psychic power, as he stands up a bit more straightly, the metal creaking against his form.
Let us hope it does not come to that.
I pick up my head, I pick up my face, and I put it back on. And under my breath, I say, I hope not. As he, I assume, will start walking away at some point.
He looks down at all three of you.
Tell Cynthia I am sorry. Tell her her words mean a great deal to me.
The apex nods shallowly.
Farewell, runaways. Do not forget what I have said, as I will not forget what you have.
And slowly he turns and begins to tromp down the road. The lone super mutant that was still standing after that fight, after you pretty much completely obliterated that fight in that room, he turns to the rest of you.
Gotta go. Sorry about punching you. Bye.
And he will begin to run after Johann, who tromps off into the distance.
Apex would walk back into the shattered remains of the broken village, find the mastermind, and just start going feral on his neck until the head was completely removed from his body.
It takes a good couple of whacks, even with your Deathclaw gauntlet.
Oh, I'm just in there screaming. Which is where Alvin and Louise would find me if they are listening.
Can we hear him from outside?
You definitely hear the feral screaming of Apex and wet, meaty whacks into something fibrous.
I will
It-
shakily stand up to my feet and look at Louise, who is probably come down now, right? Like, or at least just in the
She looks like
downswing of the
shit.
turbo.
You don't quite get to turn. She just sort of plasters herself across your back, like hugging you around the waist, and she's saying something. You can't make out half of it, but what you're getting mostly is just her going, sorry, I'm sorry.
Hey,
Sorry.
hey, Louise, calm down. It's fine. He just spins around and just hugs you real quick. It's fine. I'm gonna sit you down here, okay? I'm gonna sit you down right here, okay? All right. I want
She
you to
nods.
just close your eyes. Take deep breaths, okay?
She does. It's very shaky, but she's doing it. She seems a little more coherent. I assume. I mean, I'm guessing how this turbo stuff works.
All right, deep breaths. Breathe in, breathe out. You're keeping the feather aloft, all right? Just a little feather, down, breathe.
Okay.
All right. I'm gonna go ahead and get Apex. I'm gonna keep you here with the scribe. He'll be all right. He'll keep you safe, all right? Hey, you. Like, and it's really firm. Just hey.
He blinks his eyes, which were you see them go. You see them sort of red and small veins sort of beginning to protrude from his eyes, sort of coloring them as stark pink. He blinks them a few times as they appear to have gone dry, and he licks his lips. What?
I'm gonna hand him a bottle of the purified water. I gotta get the other one. If she starts shaking real bad, give her that water, okay?
He looks to the bottle, and he looks up at Louise, and he looks back at you. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
She'll make
All right.
eye contact with you, and even though she looks shaken to hell, she has this faintest look in her eye, just like, really, this guy? This is the guy you're leaving me with?
When he walks back, he's walking backwards toward the building and gives a half shrug as he goes ahead and gets into a pelt towards wherever screaming's coming from.
She lets her head droop down, and she just kind of shakes it like, okay.
You're gonna be okay, Missy?
Takes her a few seconds tries to get the word out. Trying.
I think they're all gone. The only ones that were in that building were the ones that you all killed. That was something.
Yeah. I don't think I'm worried about that right now.
Yeah.
He sort of looks off to see Johann's silhouette still tromping down the St. Louis Wasteland. Alvin, you turn into the building, and you see the last sinuous bits of the mastermind's neck severed. As Apex, you now have a trophy.
Yeah, as Alvin, you would find me. I am just like slashing at this, like the last bit of this thing's vertebrae.
Apex! Alvin's beat up. He's holding his left arm with his right. Apex! Apex!
I look over. You can see tears glistening under the mask.
Holy shit. Hey. Hey, it's okay, man. Hey. Hey. Alvin's gonna just walk toward you slowly. It's okay, all right?
Apex is caked in like the blackish blood of the super mutants just kind of caked all over him, especially from this last little like bit of rage at slicing through this thing's neck. May as well have just been playing in a mud pile full of the stuff. I just look up.
He's
All
going
right.
to pull his beat up arm and put it on your shoulder when he gets close enough. It's okay, bud.
Apex takes a deep breath.
I know.
We're going to need that power armor. And probably a lot more.
We're gonna need something, all right.
I scoop the super mutant overlord's or the mastermind's head by the eyes and start following Alvin back out with everybody.
Are you okay? That
Yeah.
was a lot more yelling than I'm more than used to you.
I'm fine physically. Barely
But-
hurt.
But emotionally,
All I could do was run again. When he
Hey.
started changing, growing, I felt that voice in my... It made me run.
Again, and I squeeze the skull, and one of the eyes just starts to kind of turn to jelly.
hey, I get it, all right? You want to go ahead and be the strongest thing. So you can go ahead and just... You know what? It's all right. You're alive. I'm happy that you're alive, Apex. All right? There's a lot of shit that happened. Louise slammed some chem. I don't know what the fuck she slammed. Probably turbo the way she was shaking.
But it's because I'm alive that he's alive. I saved his life. And now...
There's no way you could have known.
I feel like
What?
part of me suspected it. But I didn't want to be right.
You want to know something? I kind of didn't want you to be right either. I think he was pretty solid, all things considered.
I hope they're still getting through to him. I don't know if I can beat him.
I'm going to let you in on a little secret, all right? I'm terrified of super mutants. Fighting them, anyway. It's not a thing. Big red hand, scared shitless of them. But when I'm with you, and Louise was in the shit, and you were fighting them, damn... I just point at the head.
I curl it up. The skull itself probably weighs about like 30 pounds.
I muscled through it. And we'll muscle through it together. We always have. And we're going to. I ain't dead yet. God knows I was hearing my number being called. But that bell didn't ring, all right? And I'm going to be here with you. And I'm going to be here with her. And I'm going to be here with Cynthia whenever she comes in and gets back, all right? So I need you. And I'm going to shake your shoulder a little bit. I'm going to need you to understand that it's okay to be afraid sometimes. And it's okay to get over, and it's okay to go ahead and rely on your friends a little bit. You can be the apex. But you, me, and her, we're a pack. Same with Cynthia. Packs are stronger, right?
Yes. But
All right. Personally,
I need you all to...
I assume we're getting closer to Louise and the scribe at this point.
Oh yeah, I think we're walking through the shattered hallway.
Yeah, you were walking and talking, and it's not a huge walk either.
But I need
And as I look up and see Louise,
I need the both of you.
Huh?
Looks up. Not you.
Oh.
Wait, what? When?
When I get that way.
and I kind of hold up this mastermind's head again.
She actually winces slightly and turns her eyes away. Yeah.
I can't let me put you in danger.
I swing back.
I get focused on what I need to hunt. But I don't want that to put you all in harm's way.
I couldn't leave you, Apex. I couldn't. There's too much going on, and I just couldn't.
Same here, man. We yelled.
It just reminds me of the arena. When we left there, I
And I kind of like point to like parts of my body where I've been punched, and I like clearly show signs of like light bruising.
am bruised.
And then I point at the scars that the lot of you are probably going to be bearing from this.
I don't want you to get hurt because of me.
It's not that I'm going to get hurt because of you. It's the fact that if you get in the ring and I'm there with you, I want to stick right by you until I got to tap out. It's okay. I'll stop you. Sorry, this is kind of personal, isn't it? Howdy. By the way, what's your name again? Did I get your name? It was a fucking shit show back there. Alvin Bronson.
Scribe Devon. And there's powerful truth in those words, son. When you're out there in a scrap, the only people you can rely on are the brothers and sisters you have at your back. You're all out there fighting. You all made a silent agreement to have each other's back, and that means that sometimes... And he sort of looks down to the ground. Well, sometimes other people get hurt.
Is that what happened to your platoon?
He swallows hard and he nods quickly. Yeah.
Are there any remains we need to collect from in there? Tags. The building is clear.
Yeah. I could do that myself. I think I should do that myself.
Hey. Louise finally gets to her feet a little shakily.
Yeah.
You're, that guy, Dredd, we kind of wanted to talk to him. Do you know if he's down at the barracks?
Dredd. Paladin Dredd. Last I heard, he took a leave. So that about wanting to go visit his parents in the countryside, we all thought it was pretty strange, but... Well, he was pretty insistent.
Bastion nods.
I can go find him.
I roll the head of the overlord, or the mastermind, towards him.
That's a gift for your commander.
If it's all the same to you, sir.
The Apex.
The Apex. I'd rather never see that again. I think I'm just gonna leave that lie and
put it in my reports and try to leave it behind me.
I scoop it back up.
Well, y'all gonna be all right on your own?
If there's a place that we can get set up, I can go ahead and work on repairing at least some of this armor.
Maybe we should go back to Tapawinga.
Or maybe we should go to the barracks with the scribe here.
Barracks? How'd you find out where we... Oh,
I look at him. I look at him steely-eyed.
Probably not relevant. You know Paladin Dread, so I'm assuming that he told y'all. I owe you my life. I'll vouch for you if you wanna head on down to the Jefferson Barracks. I'll come with you.
Is that gonna be enough? She looks at him very seriously.
We...
Word enough.
I think what happened here, the story, and what information we have will be enough to gain us entry.
And I look at the scribe, kind of like, right?
Paladin Dread vouches for you. I'll vouch for you. Well, that'll probably be enough for the Elder. We can't really, afford much, more extensive checks than that, really. Not much more than we can afford to be letting just anybody in, so... I suppose if y'all want to come with me to safety, or relative safety, I guess. And he sort of looks down to where Johann sort of disappeared into the distance.
He won't be heading south. He'll be heading to Vault 40.
I judge his reaction to that.
He seems a bit dazed, and he chews on that information by sort of narrowing his eyes and looking down at the floor.
Well, what y'all say is true, and I'm betting it's important, seeing as how y'all knew that feller. I'd better present you to the Elder. Well, I suppose I'm ready to set out when y'all are.
We'll help you collect your tags.
Mighty kind of you. Thank you.
Yes.
As
I'll
Louise,
go ahead and make sure Louise is doing okay. Do you okay?
Louise doesn't answer. She turns to Apex, and despite the fact he's probably gross as hell and covered in gunk, she just gives him a really, really almost painful hug.
He stiffens up at that, like, to the point where he, like, straightens up from his usual slouch. Again, you see that he's not used to this kind of, like, normal human contact. And he puts one arm kind of, like, gently around you.
I don't want to see anyone else die. Something... a really, really tense shudder goes through her entire body when she says that. Not again.
And I'm not going to let any of you die.
Kind of lets him go, backs up a few feet, and just like... Oh, God. How does Louise feel from coming down from this turbo? Like, what does that feel like?
You feel sort of an exhaustion beginning to take over you. As things begin to slow down, they begin to slow down hard, and you find yourself struggling to make your body move as fast as it used to. It's not as potent of a feeling as it was when the turbo was in your system, at least in the opposite direction.
I feel like I went through a year's worth of panic attacks in 5 minutes.
Well, that's what it does to you. Like, it's what I think it was. Was it jet or turbo?
Turbo.
Yeah, that's fair enough. Right call on the water then.
I didn't know what else to do. That third one showed up, and I just...
Here, let me sit you down on. Well,
She lets him.
That's kind of a shrub, I guess.
It's itchy.
Yeah, well, I'm sure it was a lot nicer and greener, Cynthia would probably say. Probably people wearing really fancy hats and walking around over, and I just point at the ruins of a sidewalk.
She nods. I'll just, you guys go do what you gotta do. I'll try and get in there when I feel like I can walk again.
Oh no, Devin and Apex can go ahead and get the tags. I'm going to be here with you, because if you convulse, I'm going to give you some water, and you're not going to be doing that.
I'm really, really sorry about that.
I'll tell you what, it didn't get me steamed as fuck that you did that. Here, you can lean on my shoulder. You're probably feeling like shit. Hold the water.
Yeah, what was the fucking appeal of this stuff again?
Time slowed down, and you could go ahead and fire like 6 shots in the time of a second.
As you explain the benefits of drug use to Louise,
and detriments.
Apex and Devin, you begin to head into the building. He's got sort of a weak, solemn gait as he slowly moves back into this building where he was very likely tortured. And he begins to rifle through a few of the bags that he sort of forces back, retching as he digs for these glowing dog tags that would mark a member of the Brotherhood of Steel.
To try to take his mind off stuff, Apex would ask.
So what kind of a soldier is Paladin Dread?
He's one of the best we've got. It's kind of strange that the Elder let him get away with taking a leave of absence, but it seems like them two have sort of a big understanding with each other. He's got some one-of-a-kind power armors we've come to be able to build. Just barely.
How many are in your ranks?
Not enough.
Apex nods solemnly as he's looking around the area for tags and stuff too. Did this super mutant happen to have any like cool trophy-like weaponry or gear?
He very likely does. And as
He seemed boss-like.
Yes. As you begin to help Devin look for Brotherhood of Steel dog tags, and you begin to unearth and loot these various super mutant corpses, trying to see what, if anything, you can get off of them, will sort of pan out on a scene of destruction and violence and death as you have succeeded just barely manage to escape with your lives and encounter with several super mutants. A feat not unlike that you pulled in the arena. And with Johann leaving the party to pursue his own goals, now revealing himself as the entity that you first met at the arena. The psychic super mutant tyrant. Which you will more than likely see again one day. That is where we're going to end the session.
Woo!
All I wanted was to
Christ.
learn magic, and all I got was disappointment.
That's one of the components for the spell. Tragedy.
All I wanted was magic, but all I got was tragic.
Oh, that's gold. That's gold. Write that down. Write that down. Good job. Good job. Clap, clap. Clap, clap.
Oh my god.
And with that,
Frick.
we'll see you in a couple of weeks. Because,
It's about time for that.
yeah.
In case, hold on 1 second. Need to look at calendar real quick because I am out of town on the 26th. So I'll be back on the 2nd of September.
Yes, I believe somebody
that's-
else had a conflict for this week, I believe.
Actually, that was the week. The 26th is the weekend of that thing I was talking about. But I guess if we're not gonna have it, then well, all right then.
That's two of us. Was it Caitlin that had a conflict on the 19th?
I thought she had a conflict earlier. Well, we can get this sorted out.
We'll figure that
at
out.
a later time.
Whether
but yes,
we are or are not back next week.
I mean,
Indeed.
yeah, we can still go one more episode before Cynthia gets back, I suppose.
yeah. Well, we'll certainly be back into it, and Caitlin will be rejoining us soon here. As to how soon, we'll.
Literally, none of this would have happened if Cynthia was with us.
We don't
I don't know
that.
if literally none of it would
We
have
don't know
happened.
that.
God.
I feel like Johann's transformation was a plot, like kind of a plot loaded thing.
Plot loaded springboard.
I'll
I
never
don't know.
tell.
I wonder if it would have happened if it would have happened now, or if it would have happened later.
Or earlier.
Or forward. Maybe perpendicular. Does that do anything for you? What if I go parallel?
I love that Apex now has to live with the guilt of 1, letting Johann free, and 2, saving his life and
Johann's a
letting
good
him transform.
boy.
Oh, well, yeah, sure.
He just wants his happy home. He's gonna subjugate other super mutants now to get it.
He
But,
looks like the villain in a Toxic Crusader episode. It's amazing.
He looks like Toxie on roids, yeah.
He had no
does
friends.
Look like a running up Toxic.
He had no friends. No girls would hug him
we
till he
hugged.
got radioactive buff, man.
Yep.
Oh, Cynthia hugged him. Cynthia has a boyfriend though, too.
It's just Johann looking up like Megamind going, "No bitches."
Oh God.
Well, with that, let's go around the horn and de-introduce ourselves for the moment. Starting with Lanny, where can they find you, and what are you up to?
Find me all over the internet at Lanny Pator. Here it's twitch.tv/Lanny Pator. Not sure what I'll be playing tomorrow or... Yeah, because I just finished Pikmin 4. But on Monday, if you tune in, we got the Ties That Bind running. There's a murder mystery abound. There are suspects. There are clues. There are victims, as is usually the case in a murder mystery. And I don't know. Let's see if they can solve it this week. Let's see how much of it they can throw together, because there's a whole lot of other stuff to deal with other than simply what's going on the streets of Silver Rock, as the world is in a bit of a tumult at the moment. and Wolfgang is slowly graying his hairs.
Fucking hell.
But yeah, that's about it for me. 5 o'clock Central Time on Monday.
Right on. Rabbit, where can they find you and what are you up to?
Hi, what's going on? My name's Rabbit. I'm a writer and a comedian, and you can find me on Twitch, Twitter, and YouTube at Hey Mr. Rabbit. I stream Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. I stream retro games, RPGs, and horror games. We got all kinds of fun things in the work and all kinds of fun entertainment. And all I want to do is entertain you as my job as the coolest full-time streamer you ever done see. Also, if you also want hot-loaded, front-loaded Grabbit content, this next Saturday on the 19th at 7 p.m. We're going to be doing Chell and I are going to be doing an Unexpectables Discord kind of stream. We're going to be putting on an old one shot, and I'm going to be doing front-loaded commentary, and I'm going to be talking with Tweetums, which is always a good time. We're going to do some nice back and forths, and I'll be able to answer all your fun little one-off questions and a little bit of behind the scenes of what things happened. The last one we did is a Halloween one-shot. That was really fun, so we're going to try it again with this new one.
You know, I just remembered that Chell messaged me a while back, and I completely forgot to respond to her.
Oh, it's okay. I figured she let me know, so I just figured I'd just say it at the end instead of the first, so I can't be like, for the second time! So this is a secret. 19th, 7 p.m. on the Unexpectables Discord. Front-loaded Rabbit content telling his dum-dum stories with unexpectable one-shots. What? Amazing. So yeah, twitch.tv/Hey Mr. Rabbit. Funniest full-time stream we ever did see.
Right on.
That's me.
And we've got Sarah. Where can they find you and what are you up to?
I'm on Twitter and yeah, I'm not gonna call it X. Fuck that. I'm on Twitter and YouTube at Sarah with an H and with an E Willia. Yeah, I got nothing new to show. I just will be doing more on Thursday, I assume, with my friendly neighborhood and cackling every time we shoot a puppet. The ragdolling is amazing.
Dude, it was so funny. I ricocheted one down a flight of stairs.
It's just like, how much did they record?
Like it was
for
a
those?
pure right angle. It was so great.
How much did they record for those fucking monologues? It kills me. But yeah, it's me.
Right on. That leaves me. They can find me on Twitter, Twitch, and YouTube.com/DistortionDevil. I stream Tuesdays, Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays. Tomorrow we're going to be playing through some Deus Ex Human Revolution, one of my favorite immersive sims of all time. Also, yeah, doing all sorts of streams throughout the week as well. It's going to be a blast. I'm also working on the Geomancer spellbook. I currently have released the Hydromancer spellbook. It's got 9 fantastic, flavorful, water-themed spells for D&D 5th edition. That's available on the DM's Guild right now. Also,
Soak with potential. I'm sorry.
Fight off a yawn, sorry.
Oh, you're yawning. Okay, it was just really quiet. I'm just like, I'm sorry. I'll let you out the
Geomancer spellbook will be out soon as well, and I will be moving on to the next element to work on. Whatever that is, I have no idea.
Dirt.
That is true. Mud and dirt.
Mud and or dirt.
And sand and metal and crystals. It's crazy.
Gem missile, gem missile, gem missile.
Am I in time? In time for the end. Full frontal nerdity.
Oh, that's a funny one.
We couldn't have brought you this episode without our wonderful sponsors from Die Hard Dice.
Die Hard Dice!
That's right. Die Hard Dice is your one-stop shop for dice and dice accessories. And if you head on over to dieharddice.com, you can use the code Unexpectables to save 10% on your order. as well. Check out our Teespring, our spring store. We've got a new design that is going live next Wednesday, so be sure to check it out.
It'll be fun on the bun.
Yeah. And we also couldn't do this week in, week out without our wonderful viewers donating some bits of subs. Moonstalker3311, thank you for the 38 bits. I believe in you all. Your belief was well placed. NSM0220, thank you for the bit. Moonstalker331, thank you for the 10 bits. Apex has guts using a dirty move like that.
Yup.
Midnight Road White, thank you for the 40 months of Prime. Roto Ryu, thank you for the 37 months of Prime. Poo-Poosa Monkey, thank you for the 41 months of Prime. I returned from my family trip to the ocean. I've been cooked, well done, because the ocean sent 12-foot wave to knock the sunblock off. I feel it. I came back from Alabama looking like a roasted ham.
Ooh, ham.
Lord Servitor 100, or thank you for the 100 bits. So, Connor, how's the Super Mutant Wrestling League going? Well, one of them just politicked his way to the top, brother.
Mm-hmm. We don't know if it's a face or a heel. Looking like a heel.
He worked himself into a shoot.
That is true. Lord Servitor, thank you for the additional 100 bits. Apex, the man who bare-fisted a super mutant. I mean...
That's right. Apex, the mutant fister.
I can't believe. we
Way to
killed
go, Apex, the mutant
7
fister. You've done it again.
I can't. And there was like, oh man, even one super mutant's bad. And it's just like, are you sure we can't just like go power fist these fuckers now? I mean, look.
Technically, I have 2 of them.
Needed to stress test it.
That's a little power fist joke we have.
Here you go. This was the stress test. Magic Ninjago, thank you for the 100 bits. My friendly neighborhood, or as I like to call it, Nightmare on Sesame Street.
It is true.
Lord Servitor, thank you for the 40 bits. Don't say Calliope. Lanny will get PTSD on behalf of Wake.
Poor Wake.
Poor Wake. Zenlita, thank you for the 100 bits. Dracula wakes up on a boat full of humans in the middle of the ocean. Oh, this is going to be hilarious! Mr. Insecure, thank you for the 500 bits. Episode title, A Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood. I'll force you to be my neighbor. Cheshire Joker, thank you for the 100 bits. By God, reverse RKO, patent pending. Out of nowhere. Zenlita, thank you for the 100 bits. It turns out the dangerously powerful psychic super mutant was the friends we made along the way.
It's true.
Oh, God. Tweets always hits me with that line. It's everywhere. It's in my sleep. Make it stop. Make it stop.
Magic Ninjago, thank you for the 100 bits. On Fridays, Midnight shouts at Rabbit, where the heck is he going?
It's true. I have worse sense of direction than Zoro from One Piece.
And Faceless42, thank you for the 100 bits. Cynthia is going to have a fit when she hears about this one.
Oh, my. Oh, Mom's going to be
Bastion, what'd you do? Nothing. What did you do? Nothing,
Just all look at each other and be like, maybe we should just agree not to tell her this one.
Let's agree this never happened. Well, with
Johan
that...
went to a farm upstate.
Louise did drugs. Yeah.
I have to go now. My people need me. Johan died on the way to his own planet.
Louise did drugs. Yeah. And where were you? Fighting a super mutant. Why were you fighting a super mutant? There's like 8 super mutants.
Yeah, because Apex was killing their leader, and then they just kind of kept coming.
You should have seen it.
I
was like
really
something out of
expected
Elden
them to
Ring.
lose some steam after their leader died, but I also don't know much about super mutants, so There's that.
You don't understand.
They
I
love
fought
kill.
I fought Super Mutant Age of 47 and lived. If anything, you should go ahead and be concerned for me. I'm marked.
I kept thinking, it's like, yay, we finally did it. Here's another one. Yay, we finally did it. Here's another one. Please stop, Connor.
I loved that
They love
Connor
kill.
I loved that Connor gave each of them a stupid outfit, intro, and catchphrase.
Most of them are not intelligent enough to recognize a bad situation when they see it.
Usually because they're creating one.
That is true.
I mean, these are the same dudes that in, I think, 3 and 4 will just suicide bomb you out of nowhere for fun.
Oh yeah. In 4, they will have mini nukes held under their hands like footballs, and they will spike that shit into the ground at their feet if it means killing somebody.
It's a Tuesday. Radio's broken.
But for me, it was Tuesday.
It was so hilarious.
Well, with that, we'll see you next time. Who should we raid?
Oh, great question. There are many questions. We got.
I don't know any of these people.
Let's see. We got dang. We got Brawlkaiser, Zacko Duo. We got my buddy Ravenheart.
We've got.
Yeah, that's what I got.
I think Kieran's still going.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's testing out a build of his card game, I believe.
Yeah.
Oh, that sounds fun.
Let's raid Kieran.
I
What should our
love
raid
card
message
games. It's time to take a loan. What did you say? A loan out on your life or something like that?
It's time
I
to
said
show you the
loan.
cost of living.
Oh man,
Yeah,
no,
there you go.
that can be interpreted as mean.
It's time to show you the cost of living.
I kept waiting for the fucking
don't
Baker
endorse
one to
that
come
one.
out.
How did
I
you?
swear.
So how did you die? I think I got killed by a giant green clown. I don't know. It was kind of funny. I remember my last words were cost of living. Oh, I get it.
We'll just say mutant mania, brother.
Mutant Mania's running wild.
Mutant mania's running wild.
Mutant Mania's running wild, brother.
That'll
Is
be
it
our raid
bad?
message.
Is it bad that thanks to Wesley Willis, I can't hear brother without hearing brother?
Brother.
Take care, y'all.
Have a good bye. We'll see you when we see you
Bye.
next.
Hey, have yourself a good evening, everybody. Don't do drugs.
Unless they're really good.